they're coming back to their old themes. So I'm going to be quite frank. I don't know if anything's going to happen here, boys. Got a couple minutes until the start of free agency, allegedly. But as I said, most of the deals have already happened. There's like 3 or 4 guys who have legit chances of being a UFA, but for the most part, it's probably going to be RFA folks. Wonderful, wonderful time to be. Truly it's definitely something. Definitely something. Otherwise, folks, welcome one and all to the 2025 NHL Free Agency Shitstravaganza. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day to all who deserve, or Chris Davis Day, or Rick DiPietro Day, or soon to be Mike Richards Day, or perhaps Dane Miller Day. Saturday is such stuff that. But welcome one and all. I didn't have any degenerate shit on screen this time. That's beautiful stuff. I'm not looking up dragon dildos. Let's throw on some music on here real quick. The old NHL on Fox RSNs. Or that music. But otherwise, yeah. We can't hear you over Sirius. Oh, I'd rather have Sirius be heard over me. But once again, folks, welcome to the 2025 NHL Free Agency Shitstravaganza. It officially begins in about a minute and a half. Maybe a little later, but I don't think it's going to be anything insane. I think it's going to be a lot of BS. A lot of BS. Most of the free agents have already been signed. There are some big pieces to go over in the free agency board. Brock Besser is your biggest piece. He's probably leaving for Vancouver. You could have had a first-round pick for him in the deadline, thanks. Bigger one, though, Nikolai Ehlers. So he'll probably be a piece to be played as well. Both of these guys could get around $9-10 million, especially with how thin the market is right now. It wouldn't shock me one bit. And Gavrikov, apparently the rumor is the Rangers will be going after him. He might get more than Ivan Provorov, who got $8.5 million per year. He might get $9 million. $9 million for Vladislav Gavrikov. That is the going rates. Ready to pay? Mikael Granlund, he'll be getting paid. And a bunch of depth pieces. Evgeny Dodonov, Ryan Domelin, Matt Grzelcyk. Corey Perry. I think the Leafs should sign him. If they don't make the Cup final with Corey Perry, their franchise is cursed. They need to fold. Nate Schmidt still available. Pius Suter. Brent Burns, I don't know if he even comes back. Drouin, maybe. Lindgren, Orlov, Skinner. Jake Allen is gone. He just got re-signed by Joyzy. And a bunch of coin flips and goal. Alex Georgiev? No. Yeah, a lot of, yeah, there are a lot of pieces here. Remember when Anthony Mantha used to be a highly regarded piece? Tanner Jeannot. Remember when he got traded for a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth round pick? He was good for that 1 year. Robbie Fabry. Tony D'Angelo, he's gone. Cody C.C. Sabathia. Justin Brazo. Cam Atkinson. Oh, there's so many old names here. I mean, all the field. Jack Roslovic. Nico Sturm. Oh, Sturm's gone. He's back in Florida. Jeff Petrie. JVR. Brandon Tanev. You can reunite with Pittsburgh with him, paying him a lot of money. Always like that. Mostly, otherwise, there have just been a couple big moves. Nothing too crazy. Jake Allen, once again, re-signed. 1.8 million per year for 5 years. That's a solid bit of business. Figured he'd have gotten a little more, but solid backup for what it's worth. Logan Stankoven, staying off the RFA market. He will be getting $6 million per year for 8 years, so interesting gamble on their part. Connor Garland with the 6x6. I mean, they still think they can do it, and at least it salvages a little bit of that OEL trade. Yeah. Thatcher Demko did get paid, but it's more of a bridge deal. 8.5 by 3 years. You're hoping he bounces back, so you have him and Lankinen for the long term. Hopefully he does. You know how crazy this market is? Ivan Provorov got $8.5 million by 7. That's the market we're dealing with right now. There's going to be a lot of sticker shock this year because the cap's going up. It's going to keep going up. It's finally going back up for the first time since 2020. So you're going to have a lot of these deals where everything just goes to shit. Kuzmenko's getting 4.3 for a bit of an inconsistent year. Steven Lorenz back. Brad Marchand is back in Florida. Bit of a pay cut, 5.25 by 6, but he's 37. First 4 years, no movement clause. So he's going to be a Panther until he's 41, and Boston and Toronto will have their nightmares ruined by Brad Marchand. It is a very unclean sight. I am not happy. I don't think they're happy. Truly not happy. Mitch Marner is a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. And he got traded because they would have brought the hammer down on Vegas and Marner for tampering. Apparently they have a deal ready for about a year. So it's definitely one of the moves of our time. Nothing like generic music. It's beautiful. Levi Merilainen's back. Evan Bouchard getting a lot of money, and he's going to be able to double dip in 4 years. $10.5 million. Remember, different game now. Evan Bouchard's really worth it, but he would have gotten 8 to 9 in the previous markets. Now he's getting 10.5. Unless you're Aaron Ekblad, and then you take a hometown discount. And everyone bitches about state taxes when in reality they won back-to-back cups, and everyone wants to stay put. Which is why Ekblad and Marchand and also Sam Bennett is back. We'll get to that later. Alex Romanov, Romanov is making more money than Ekblad. Although Ekblad might be on the downswing, Romanov is more of a guy who can cash in later when he's 33. Mostly a bunch of RFA signings. Kasperi Kapanen going back to Edmonton. Not bad work there. I'm going to say this again. Nick Hague, $5.5 million per year for 4 years. Barry Trotz might not know what the fuck he's doing. He got as much as Morgan Geekie. And Morgan Geekie, he did have a 30-goal season. I don't know if he's going to do that again, but yeah. Matthew Nye's got a good piece of business going, though. 7.75 for 6 years. 22 to 28. He'll be able to cash in again. Saw a bit of work. Claude Giroux going up for 1 year to retire. Jamie Benn's doing the same thing. Kevin Ball got 5.35 for 6. I mean, honestly, I'd rather have Ball than Hague. Jesus. Ball's not really more of a scorer. Justin Sourdip, we'll get to this later, but it's truly stuff of legends. Noah Dobson, now a member of the Montreal Canadiens, 9.5 by 8. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, NHL free agency has officially begun. Allegedly. And the salvo has been fired. Noah Juleson. A 1-year, one-way deal worth $900,000. Start the flames. Bring out the towels. Noah Juleson is going to be an AHL tweener for the Flyers. Wait, the towels. Let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful. John Tavares is back in Toronto. Took a massive pay cut, but once again, he's on the downswing. So, more or less a veteran move. Trent Frederick got $4 million for 8 years, and he barely played. You tell me. Jamie Benn got a 1-year prove-it deal. JG Peterka is now a member of the Utah Mammoth. 7.7 for 5 years. Truly one of the legends of our time. But more or less, you're just waiting here for the meantime. Yep, Tavares took a pay. BW Games, you don't have to realize, man. It's the state taxes, don't you know? Totally the state taxes. Yep, Poke Brawler Jonathan Taves going back home. I mean, look, Brent Burns is still a top UFA defenseman. That's all you need to know. Sad Shaquille, I mean, dude, no domes. No domes. Domes better not be garbage. No domes. No domes. What happened to the game I love? The game I love cannot have domes. It is fucking horseshit. No domes. Even my neck fat saying it, the excess skin. No domes. No domes. Sula Leafs, the NFC and AFC free agency videos, I was always waiting to see what happened with Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know. I'll have to see. Love to do something for it, though. Mr. Yes, there are a couple Pens players up for free agency. Matt Grzelcyk, the most notable one. A couple other guys who are divine RFA status, like Philip Tomasino, Connor Dewar. I think they'll bring them back. P.O. Joseph, he's gone. He'll probably be going to Europe. He wasn't that good last year. Big trade, though. Logan Mailloux is going from the Canadiens to the Blues. Much ballyhoo draft pick of Marc Bergevin for reasons we'll not get into. For Zach Bolduc. So, French-Canadian for French-Canadian. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Well, Leif, Seattle sucks because they are run by idiots. They had to trade Burakovsky to Chicago. Philip Grubauer, I think he got bought out. I'm not sure. Bjorkstrand hasn't worked out. Justin Schultz was kind of there. Dumoulin, they had to trade off in a year. And Chandler Stevenson, I mean, the state tax made them grossly overpay Chandler Stevenson. That's all I'm going to say. Well, Alex, it's both Ehlers or Brock Besser. Depends which one you fancy. That's my belief there. And those are your big free agency signings so far. Nothing too insane, though. We're just on the waiting stage, so we're hoping there. Couple big trades, though. Sam Lafferty going back to Buffalo, or Chicago. Sam Lafferty didn't work out in Buffalo. As I had mentioned, Logan Mailloux for Zach Bolduc. Victor Arvidsson and a cap dump to Boston for a 5th-round pick. Here's your big trade, though. Mitch Marner in a sign-and trade for Nick Waugh to make the cap work out. You know why this is happening. It's because of a man named Alex Pietrangelo. He may never play another game of hockey again. Alex Pietrangelo had double hip surgery. He will be out for all of next year. So that cap space opens up and allows them to go for Mitch Marner. So he obviously has been having trouble. He's 35. He's had 17 years. He's played 15 in the NHL. So, quite frankly, I mean, he's had over 1,000 games played, 2 Stanley Cups. Has a good shot of being either in a Ring of Honor for St. Louis or Vegas and a Hall of Fame. I mean, there's nothing to complain about in that sort of thing. So, this is the hip surgery he's going to be going through. It's going to be pain. He said he's been removed the intensity of hockey to see if his body can improve and that he can return to a normal quality of life. Bilateral femur reconstruction. So, as I said, it's it may be the end. I mean, it sucks. It definitely sucks. Which is why they get Mitch Marner. And they didn't have to screw anyone over. It just, it hurts. Caden Primo, in a disaster year, goes to Carolina, so you're hoping he can at least bounce back. Matthias Macilli. I mean, I wanted him on the Penguins, to be honest, here for a conditional 3rd. I believe if he gets over 50 points, it becomes a 2nd. But, I mean, I like it for Toronto. Tarasenko, he didn't work out in Detroit. He's going for future considerations, i.e. take this player off us and fuck off and never return. Nick Hague, once again, going to Nashville, gets grossly overpaid for Jeremy Lauzon and Colton Sissons, both on the final years of their deals. Before you ask, I have no idea what Barry Trotz is doing, so don't ask me. Chase Briscoe for Declan Chisholm in a bit of a depth move. John Gibson, finally free. He is free from Anaheim. It is way too late. He is traded for Peter Mrazek and a couple picks. But John Gibson, now a member of the Detroit Red Wings. Buffalo gets rid of Connor Clifton's contract. They trade a 2nd-round pick that became, I believe, Peyton Kettles for Isaac Belleville and Connor Timmins. Jordan Spence traded to Ottawa for a couple draft picks. Columbus takes on some hefty deals. Charlie Coyle and Miles Wood. So Colorado looks to be gunning in free agency or trade in the RFA market. For Gavin Brindley, a conditional 2nd and a 3rd. Miles Wood's contract is awful. He's been injured. Bigger trade, though, Noah Dobson. Islanders weren't able to draft him. Apparently, the Isles fans are flipping out on him now. For Emil Heineman and 2 first-round picks, which I believe became Keshawn Etchison and Victor Eklund. So not bad business from the Islanders, but I mean, the Canadiens get the best player pending those draft picks. Justin Sourdiff didn't make the Panthers roster. He gets a second-round pick and a sixth. So I don't know. I mean, Sourdiff, they may think he has untapped potential. He was never going to make it in Florida. Excuse me. Trying to get over a summer cold, and the cough is still there. It's very fun and very lovely. It evolves in different ways. Like, it evolved as, like, itchy throat, and then it became postnasal drip and stuffiness, and then it became in the lungs, started coughing. Then there was a little eye pain up here, and it's been fun. No COVID, but it's been fun. Your bigger trade, though, JG Peterka, RFA status, gets a nice extension for Josh Doan and Michael Kesselring. It's a steep price to pay for Buffalo. They didn't really have leverage. Michael Kesselring, solid player. Second pairing defenseman, cap controlled, very friendly, right-handed D-man to go with someone like Owen Power or even like Rasmus Dahlin. But they better hope Josh Doan develops to his full potential, or else that's going to get bad. Speaking of bad, Evander Kane to the Canucks. Not retaining any salary. It feels like the Canucks lost that trade. Kane's not the same as he was. Oh, speaking of free, Trevor Zegras is free. A buy low gamble from Philadelphia for Ryan Poehling, a second and a fourth. Burakovsky's contracts moved on for Joe Veleno, who got bought out. He was RFA status, so it's a cap dump. Mason Marchment in a cap dump. So they're just trading big cap hits. Marchment, they couldn't afford. Really solid player. And then Burakovsky's just there. Eric Holla is going to Nashville too. For reasons, I guess. Chris Kreider going to Anaheim for... I don't fucking know. I mean, they're probably going to burn that money on Gavrikov, so... I couldn't tell you. I legit couldn't tell you. It's one of the days of our time. Oh, Christian Dvorak got $5.4 million. Okay. Oh, King Rich, cold season's been pretty bad. There's a couple things going around. Well, Coach Freak, which Kane? Harry Kane, Evander Kane, or Patrick Kane? Question. Well, Christian Dvorak isn't bad. I don't know if I'd call him elite. Yeah, 1 year, $5.4 million deal. So he had a bounce back year last year, but it's a prove it deal. But I'm guessing Philly needs to get to the cap, but yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I legit don't know what to tell you. I'm going to reload some more. See if I can get more big old free agency signings. So here it is. Nick, but there's no guarantee his client will make a decision today. It's quite likely to carry on to tomorrow. So Ehlers will remain on the board. He's mulling his options. So, yeah, as I said, it's going to be a very fun free agency signing. Very, very fun indeed. So they're doing with a tour. Nothing too crazy there. Matt Luff has signed a 1-year, 2-way contract. Truly, truly beautiful stuff. It's great. NHL free agency, the frenzy, everybody. Yeah. Jordan Kyrou might be on the move. I think your biggest moves might be trades. You having fun yet? I'm just reloading everything. I just want to see if there's something that happens here. So, there's some news apparently reporting here. Teams might be looking at signing Carter Hart. I mean, you could see how bad Philadelphia was without him in net, so... If he gets acquitted, who knows? But once again, he's got to get acquitted. Too early to tell. About that, nothing crazy. Yep, Dvorak, $5.4 million. Like I said, that's the price you're going to pay, especially in this market. The market is really depressed, so you're going to get a bunch of guys who get way too much money, especially with the cap still going up. Yeah, nothing there, so yeah. Nothing really there. Oh, by the way, Martin Ferravari got $7.8 million too, so. Like, it's not bad, but at the same time, it's not really too bad. But once again, he needs to, that's the price you're going to pay in this market. It's very fun. Very, very, very fun. Oh, the Burninator? Yep, I mean, dude, I gotta dig when I can, dude. It's, hey, I want to make and enjoy this as well, my man. Well, Mark DiMartino, it's not just that, man. You need, if you want to make the Cup Finals, you sign Corey Perry, which is why I think Toronto should sign him. If they don't make the Cup Final with Corey Perry, they might lose, but they won 3 series for the first time in their franchise's history. They'll play hockey in June. They need to sign him, man. Eternal Sterling, it's an interesting Hall of Fame class. You figure guys like, I mean, Getzlaf will make it in eventually. I never thought McGillney would make it in. I always thought his years in Vancouver would have always held him back. He was very inconsistent, very inconsistent, injury prone. But I mean, his early years in Buffalo, oh, beautiful. Well, Ryan, the income tax narrative, remember, those income tax narratives have lasted for a long time. Where was this income tax narrative in the late 2000s, early 2010s? Florida and Tampa Bay were punching bags. They're punchlines. The very coolest ownership era was a joke. They were a locale. The Panthers, they couldn't give away tickets. They were in bankruptcy, losing millions of dollars every day. It was bad. Nothing crazy. Mathieu Blumel signing with the Bruins, so a minor league free agency signing. Ooh, big time. Let's go. Parker Kelly got a 4-year extension for a bottom sixer. I mean, that better be a cheap AAV, but I mean, okay, fourth liners getting 4 years. That's the market. I mean, honestly, I'd rather have given that money to Drouin, but he probably would have cost more, so be it. Yeah, Carter Hart, I mean, Parker Kelly, solid fourth liner, but I don't know about 4 years for 12 minutes of ice time a night. What do I know? Okay, 1.7 mil, that's what I figured. It would be sub 2, so at least it's tolerable, but at the same time, it's like, Yep. Oh, Major Aura, don't worry. Canada will still flip out. Canada's just salty. Canada has some legitimate gripes, more or less because of just the noise, the media pressure. The Canadian dollar is not going to have the value that the American dollar is. Their economy's still in a bit of a flux. It's like they took a harder hit than the U.S. did with COVID, and they have their own issues to deal with, but at the same time, that's the issue you have. Tyler McCoy, I think the thing is they're looking for a defensive replacement. Boldu is excess goods because the emergence of Neighbors, Holloway, Thomas. They're looking at maybe moving Kyrou. You still have Buchnevich on market. So they didn't have a place for Boldu. So Colin Blackwell staying in Dallas for 2 years, $775K one-way deal. So, Blackwell, not bad. Yep, and Dvorak gets 5.4, so that's about it there. Well, Mr. DiMaggio, we'll actually talk about the RFA offers. So there are a bunch of RFA deals that could be in play. Matthew Nyes is off the board here, but look at this. Will Cooley could be in play. Morgan Frost, who was acquired from Philadelphia this past year, could be in play. Capo Caco potentially in play on a buy low deal. Remember, you had 2 RFA signings last year. Philip Broberg and Dylan Holloway only cost St. Louis a second and third round pick. Worked out really well for them. Holloway became a big member of the top 6, had a huge emergence and change of scenery. Philip Broberg managed to stay healthy, became a second pairing defenseman. So that's what you have to deal with in this situation. If I'm looking at a guy who will get an RFA offer, don't be afraid of Mackie Simaskevich. Florida doesn't have the cap space. They don't have the space for him. 35 points in 80 games. Didn't really play in the playoffs. I would love someone from Pittsburgh to just like take a swing at him, give up a second or third round pick, you have a bunch of pieces in the future, and go after him. That's what I would do if I were the Pens. There are a bunch of pieces you could go after. Cooley would cost too much. He'd probably cost you a first round pick. Because Cooley's the kind of guy that's going to get like a lot of money, like a Dustin Penner. Alex Laferriere had a strong start, kind of tapered off by the end. Mason McTavish is apparently an offer, but I think Anaheim will match. They have plenty of cap space there. Marco Rossi is the big question. Because there are a lot of trade rumors involving him. Who knows what happens there. But does he get an offer sheet? Gabriel Velarde, another guy who could have gotten an offer sheet. But I think Winnipeg will match him. I think he's too back. Dmitry Voronkov could be another guy to look out for. As I said, Mackie Simaskevich is the one I would look out for. I think he gets the one that is more likely to move because Florida doesn't have the cap space. Bowen Byram could be on the move. There have been a lot of trade rumors involving him. Luke Hughes, but I'm going to be honest here. Luke Hughes, I think he'll get matched by New Jersey. They want to keep Jack happy, and they're going to go after Quinn when the time comes. Keandre Miller. This is a guy that could be getting matched and would be leaving because, once again, Keandre Miller's kind of lost favor in New York. Didn't really have a good year last year. A lot of trade rumors involving him. Cam York could be another one there, but once again, is he there? Jakub Dobash? Maybe. I think he stays in Montreal, though. Lukas Dostal, he's staying put because you just traded John Gibson, so he stays put. Daniil Tarasov, he's off the market. He has been re-signed by Florida. So he's your new backup to go along with, to replace Vadicek. Nick Perbix wouldn't actually be a bad get for somebody on defense. So there's going to be a lot of moving, but it probably won't happen for a while. Glenn Gulletson. Dallas, what are we doing here? Glenn Gulletson? What, is he going to slam sticks around like he did in Ottawa? Jesus Christ. I'm trying to make sure this passes. Yeah, most guys didn't qualify. Some of their RFAs. But yes, here are your lapsed RFAs. Guys, no qualifying offer. Philip Tomasino's your big name, but I think he stays put in Pittsburgh. I think they're trying to renegotiate with him and Connor Dewar. Nikolai Kovalenko could be in play. I think he could be a piece you could look at. He might go back to Russia, though. Gage Gonsalves didn't get a qualifying offer. I think he'll get a look from another team, maybe as a tryout offer. Pontus Holmberg could get a look, too. Jakob Pelletier, maybe, as like a two-way deal. Brett Leeson, Lundstrom, Kurashev, I think he goes back to Europe. Zach Jones, Jakob Lauko, Scott Perunovic, and mainly just guys who could get small minor league offers or be Europe bound. So, Raphael Harvey Pinard, he was good for like 2 months in 23. Cole McWard, great hockey name. And mostly guys who won't see the light of day. Guys who you brought in as like speculative buys, but are probably going to go to Europe. Jake Lesizhin, Curtis Lesizhin's kid, didn't really do well on the NFL level. Steve Stais' kid, Nathan Stais. Akuratu did get a game in the NHL. He'll probably go back to Europe. Brother of Aturatu. Philip Deo. William Dufour, Rivas Hansons. Just a bunch of names. Jack Studnicka, former Bruin. A lot of old names here. Nolan Foote, Cal Foote's brother. He's probably nothing too crazy. Ty Smith, formerly of the New Jersey Devils. He's probably going to Europe. He didn't really get that here. Arthur Kaliev, the noble waiver claim from the Rangers. He's probably gone. Noah Gregor, I can see him getting a bottom six role somewhere, same as Kostin if they prefer. Could go to Europe, though. Scott Perunovich. Yeah, the usual stuff there. So, nothing truly insane. I'm just looking to see what happens here. Yeah, you got to look out for the troll moves, so you got to be careful there. All right, so we do have an extension. William Eklund, 3 years, $5.6 million to San Jose. So he is coming back. Yeah, we're in the waiting stages right now, kids. Waiting. Super fun. Super fun. Aren't you having fun yet, kids? Watching me ramble for bullshit, waiting for free agency moves to happen. Are you enjoying things yet? It's probably going to devolve into a Jalen Ramsey and a Puckdoku sort of thing. But who knows? Who the fuck knows? There are over 1,200 people here watching me just ramble in front of the screen. Oh, Connor, the Eklund contract's a bridge. So you gotta, I mean, they'll be okay there. Gregory Terentiev, where's Besser going? Winnipeg could be a shot if they lose Ehlers. Chicago, potentially. Maybe Carolina? I don't know. I don't know if he has the speed to play in Carolina, though. That's the question. So I don't think Carolina's going to be there. Well, the good news, Nolan, you have to consider with someone like that sort of stuff. Ooh, Vancouver's keeping Besser. Okay. Oh, Leif, don't worry. I'll be keeping up with the Super Chats. I haven't gotten to any of them yet, so, yeah, I got plenty to go over, but in the meantime, it looks like Brock Besser is staying in Vancouver. Well, that answers our question. Looks like it's a 7 by 7.25, which isn't a bad deal, but it kind of salvages a few things. Maybe it works out, but, I mean, not trading him for a first-round pick at least does stuff. Phantom Beard, Leafs making it past the second round, probably. I mean, you have to make it that far with Corey Perry, right? I mean, you can't just choke every single fucking year, right? Unless they just miss the playoffs, which is possible. I don't know. Yep, Dan Murphy is reporting it's a 7.25 by 7. So it's actually not a bad deal, but it's more the term that does it there. Well, Nummy, Besser's been struggling the last couple of years. I think that's why. Let's go to some Super Chats. I'm already behind. Henry Kunkel for 5. Damian Lillard got cut and the Bucks signed Turner on Bobby Bonilla Day. Correct. And apparently Giannis isn't happy with that. So maybe it forces his way out. Who knows? Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley. The Leafs need to hire Barbecue Bruce. It's actually not a bad idea, but Craig Berube's been a solid coach for them, so I think they'll be okay. KPM, any news on Carolina? They just re-signed Logan Stankoven to a 6x8. Braden, that's another idea to look at. Ricard Raquel and Brian Rust are going to be in play, especially later on these years. MK, I know. We don't need Giannis to the Lakers. Nobody needs Giannis to the Lakers. Dodger of Zion for 10 bones. Never forget, on this day 7 years ago, I had to tell Tweed. Oh, fuck. I'm losing my mind. That I wasn't a guy. 1 year later, I would drag him and a bald man to Canada. Abdul, we get the fucking message. It's alright. How the hell did that happen? Watching it work. Yep, I mean, exactly, Dodger. Here's the thing. You assume everyone on the internet's a man, so that's just how I see things. You always have to be careful. It's the old joke. Welcome to the internet, where the women are men, the men are men, and the children are the FBI. Such is life. Beast of Metal 1989 for 5 bones. What's up, brother? Kyle Dumbass overdrafted a pile of mid. William Horkoff is already as depreciated as Daddy Dearest during Edmonton's Decade of Darkness. Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley, you know what? I will bring out the bottle arm. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let me get this shit out here. Fuck it. We'll bring out the bottle alarm. The bottle alarm! The bottle alarm's back! Uh-oh. Deganosis698. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, everyone. Kill me now since my Mets got swept by the Pirates. Ooh. Hold on a second here. You want to talk about being swept by the Pirates? I gotta go all the way back. What's up, 5? How the fuck do you get mauled by the Pirates? Oh boy. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful to see. I personally love it. I personally agree. Amir Miktakov signing with the Hurricanes. But yes, the big move. Brock Besser. Your first salvo's been fired, so you have one piece that's off the board. And he probably didn't want to leave Vancouver, so it's how life goes. So right now we're just waiting and seeing. Well, NQ, the free agency is quiet because everyone got re-signed. So there's not much left. Ehlers will probably stay put. But speaking of Bobby Bonilla Day, it's also Chris Davis Day, also Rick DiPietro Day. I think Ichiro Suzuki Day, Ken Griffey Jr. Day. Formerly Bruce Sutter Day. It's no longer such the case. Jared Russell for 20. I am locked and loaded, boss man. Wait, why am I paying for you for me to working for you? That's all life is. Because you're a mod. You're a good Janny. Pat the head. Good Janny. Yeah, I'll give you some tendies. T-dubs for 10. If you need me to channel my inner Mel Kiper and be a Western Conference analyst for you, the time is nigh. Depends. Are you going to bitch about Shador all the time? That's the question. Well, original username, I think he's getting into a bidding war. Well, JMR, yes, he has been unrestricted. He was an unrestricted free agent. Red Rhino 49 for 5. The Browns are building a dome stadium. Please don't follow suit Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers. I don't think that's happening. Steelers might be getting renovations. The Bengals are getting renovations. And the Ravens don't need a new stadium yet. So, I'm going to be honest here. We don't need domes. No domes in the AFC North. We don't know Cleveland. They're a shithole franchise. We don't listen to them. Crew Kid 52, interested to see what all my Rangers end up doing. They need to replace Kreider for one, and a few people potentially to be re-signed. Also, surprising no one, my Mets suck again. Oh, Gregory, please tell me he's going to the Kings. Tell me he's going to the Kings, please. That would actually be hilarious. It'd be the only way they beat the Oilers. Well, Tiger, a dome is an evil place where nothing good happens in football. It's climate controlled. There's no snow. There are no elements. It's terrible. Corey Perry going to the Kings. Oh, please, please. Please tell me Corey Perry's going to the Kings. Chris Johnston, give me some good news, buddy. Corey Perry's going to the Kings. Corey Perry is a king. This is the stuff I enjoy the most. Corey Perry going to LA. This is the stuff I do this for, man. You can't make this shit up. I thought it'd be Toronto, but he's going to the Kings. The Kings. All that just to beat Edmonton. Oh, Lord. And Beast of Metal 1989. But speaking of Crew Kid 52, I wonder if Zibanejad gets to be on the move. They'll threaten him with the waiver wire. Keandre Miller might be gone, but yes. This is why the NHL should strip draft picks for tampering, speaking of Beast of Metal, and make free agency better. The decentralized draft, on the other hand, can nor tell itself. Oh, dude, the decentralized draft was a fucking disaster. They tried to make it a spectacle like the NFL draft. They brought in a bunch of gimmicks and celebrities. They don't do that till day 3 in the NFL, man. It was bad. Bragging Rights Sports for 10. Jimmy Haslam needs a legacy of failure video, especially since he's now building a dome in the AFC North, and he's paying money to Dame and Deshaun Watson not to play games. All we need now is for Giannis to get traded. Jimmy Haslam needs more time. And let's not forget, he's a big booster at Tennessee. So a lot of meddling there. Smaller for 5. My mental well-being hinges on Ehlers staying in Winnipeg. As I said, that probably won't happen until tomorrow. Also, looks like Connor Brown is going to the Devils, so Edmonton losing more of their depth. Well, Asbestos, yes. The meme is Corey Perry Invitational's going to the Kings. Well, on WO, I'm talking like Bailey. It's not about her being a Sharks fan. The thing is, they didn't usually bring those people in until day 2 or day 3. It was usually the announcements when that happened. Maybe a few Make-A-Wish kids, but that's usually how it went. Like, it was very poor. Not to mention that whole, like, private room where they had an awkward conversation with the executives and the players. It didn't work. Well, Deacanosis, no. The Oilers broke the Kings. Justin Silverman for 10. Lightning bring back Perry? No, it's going to be a Kings. Sorry, man. Sorry, Justin. It's you're not bringing back Corey Perry. You're not making it back to the final. Leif Opstad for 10. If you hear any noise from baseball heaven, it's just Dave Parker and the boys bopping. Rest in peace to the Cobra, probably the last pirate to make the Baseball Hall of Fame in a long time. Barry Bonds. If they ever get out of him, he'll make it. Keyword is might. Kutch isn't making the Hall. His prime was too short. Giles, he's not making the Hall. Garrett Cole? Garrett Cole could make it, but he's not going to go in as a Pirate. He'll go in as a Yankee. Paul Skeens will make it, but it's probably not going to be as a Pirate. And Leif Obstad for 2. Now watch Marner win a cup in Vegas. Very true. And Frank Saravelli, Joel Armia is now joining the Kings. They're the legend from the Canadian Stanley Cup run back in 21. Nothing crazy there. And I hope Marner wins a cup in Vegas. It'd be fucking hilarious. Mr. Yes for 2, I hope you do a video on the 2025 NHL draft. There's not really much to go on about. The thing is, with those kind of prospects, I don't really like to put stock in those ratings and the rankings because it's going to take them years to get to the NHL level. I mean, scouting has gotten a bit better in the NHL, but still, it's more or less on intuition and potential upside and seeing it from there. So I know a lot of Pens fans were pissed about the Penguins draft, but once again, who the hell knows? Oh no, we got another. I don't know if it's a bot, but whatever. It's we get it, dude. We get it, Greg. Look, if you want to say it once, it's fine, but dude, it's don't spam it repeatedly, man, please. And Mr. Yes, what are your thoughts on the new coach for the Pens, Dan Muse? It's he looks like a generic NHL creative coach, but who knows? But that's just how life is. I mean, he's more or less, I think he's, worst case scenario, he's a bridge coach. You're more or less just trying to guide him through the rebuild and develop players. And there's your first RFA news. Gage Gonsalves staying put with the Bolts. He probably just wanted a pay cut. That's probably what's going to happen with a lot of these guys. They'll probably end up staying put. MKI Sports, I don't know. Maybe Palestine guys? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Dan Vladar, 3.35 for 2, so he's your new backup goalie. I mean, they needed goalies in Philly. It was bad. Maybe Samuel Arson gets traded. Maybe Fedotov goes back to Russia. I mean, who knows? Kolosov, I mean, he'll probably stay in the minors. Who knows? Yeah, Vladar was an RFA. He's been in Boston for a while. Well, TS, the biggest news of the day so far is probably going to be Besser. Or Corey Perry. Gritty eats Cowboys. I mean, beautiful. Can't wait to see Days of Our Steelers featuring Aaron Rodgers throwing to Jonnu Smith and Alan Lazard. I'm not happy. Yeah, it's going to be either another 9-8 Super Bowl or the most glorious train wreck the rest of the NFL's ever seen. I just don't think they have the stuff to make a Super Bowl. Not with that scheme and getting wrecked by real teams. I don't believe. Because Aaron Rodgers is 41. He has mobility issues. He's not the same player. Jonnu Smith, I don't know how much he's left in the tank. Really fucking good like 2020. But it kind of feels like Pat Pete back in the day. Remember when they brought him in for a year? He's just there. Big play Slay, same thing. He's a great player back in the day, but he's 34. James Bricker, or Bricker. I probably mispronounced that. I'm sorry, man. Gavi about to make that Provy deal look like a steal. Only 4 top 4 D-men left in the deal with 5, maybe 8 teams looking, about to get paid. As I said, the rumor is that Gavrikov might get more than Provorov. He might get $9 million a year. So he gonna get paid. I was hoping Neil Pionk would last this long too, because he was gonna get paid in this market too. Embodiment of a meme, I don't think Ramsey in this current state really does. I think a lot of the moves they're trying to swing, I don't think they move the needle. That's the problem. So the Steelers still need a second wide receiver, and I think they're gonna go for Lazard to appease Aaron. Because he's not going to cost much. Terry McLaurin will cost a lot. I would love Terry McLaurin. I don't think they're going to get him. Prove me wrong, Steelers. Please, prove me wrong. Deganos 698. Totally state taxes that most of the Panthers players were discarded by the teams they drafted, especially the dumpster fire known as the Sabres. Correct. I mean, Sam Bennett didn't pan out in Calgary. Matthew Tkachuk didn't want to sign in Calgary. Yeah, totally because of state tax. Remember, the deal Florida gave up, that was a steep deal at the time. Mackenzie Weegar, damn good defenseman. The problem is Huberto's been disappointing and Cole Schwinn didn't pan out. So that's why it didn't work out. Jason T. Voorhees, thoughts on the Sharks and Mike Greer? I think they're going to take on some more salary. They've got $20 million in cap space to make up. They're either going to sign some big deals, maybe like another Tyler Toffoli, or maybe bring in a guys via trade. Maybe a Mika Zibanejad. Maybe someone along those lines. Corey Perry for up to $3.5 million in bonuses. Yeah, he's trying to get them past it, but 41, who the hell knows? And Tom for 2, True Blues traded a legit goal scorer for an AHL gamble. The Blues thinking is they don't have the space for it. That's the problem they have in this situation. So, if we look at the Blues roster. Let's do this real quick. So, Zach Boldu didn't really have space. Your top 6 is occupied. Thomas, Cairo, Holloway, Bushnevich, Shen still there, Neighbors. So, where does Boldu play if he's on the wing? There's no space unless you trade Cairo. You have Toropchenko, who still needs a spot. You have a couple other guys coming up too. You have Dvorsky. So, once again, where do you go from here? That's the question. But nothing else. Yep, Besser's been confirmed. Corey Perry. He's just going to sign one-year deals to the end of time itself, because that's just how it goes. And that's not. They haven't put up the Connor Brown deal yet, but that is being confirmed. Nico Sturm signing with the Wild, who was with Florida last year. But nothing really else coming up on the board right now. Mr. Yes, who will the Panthers sacrifice to pay the cup tax? Probably Mackie Simaskevich. I mean, they didn't really need to pay a cup tax. The cup tax, they already signed a bunch of guys. Like, Bennett got term. Brad Marchand got term. Aaron Ekblad got term. Although they got him at decent deals, those are going to hurt by 6, 7, 8. They are going to hurt. An 18-year-old, if Marner's wins, it's proof Leaf culture is the issue. Marner's a mercenary, so there's not much you can really do there. And Zach Crosby for 5 is today the day one of Raquel, Rust, or Ek gets moved. Or EK. We're so fucked it's not even funny. Well, the Pens are rebuilding. That's the reality of it. Question is, does Crosby want to deal with it? Because, I mean, Crosby's the only reason why you were still trying to keep things alive. Malkin's got 1 year left on his deal. He's retiring after this year. Letang, who knows if he even plays again. I'm going to be honest here. This is why I wanted to rebuild in 22, because they were going to have to go through this route. I didn't think they were going to be this bad. I thought they were going to be like first-round exits, not eliminated from the playoffs. So I'm not running a victory lap. I'm just stunned I was actually right, unfortunately. Yep, Armia joining the Kings. Majora Ora 64, TSN complaining about advantages with tax and locations. Florida and Vegas has too. Thoughts? I mean, the Panthers were bad for so long before recent. I mean, Seattle has no income tax. They're fucking garbage. What was it? No income tax that had them grossly overpay Chandler Stevenson? No, they don't care about income tax. They care about winning. They care about good cultures. That's why everyone takes discounts to go to those places. That's why the Pens got discounts for a while. That's why the Capitals would get discounts with their core. They want to keep things around and try and swing for a cup. Was the income tax responsible for John Tavares taking a pay cut in Toronto? Yeah, exactly. Well, Volpe said, yeah, Tennessee doesn't have an income tax either. Was that the reason why they overpaid Nick Hague? Exactly. Well, it's confirmed. Vladislav Gavrikov has signed with the Rangers, not for $9 million, but a 7x7. So, that term, it's pretty rich. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't believe the Rangers are anywhere close to done. I believe more or less. You have Corey Perry finalizing a deal with the LA Kings. Such is life. Kairu, Saravelli. Yep, final swing in the dark. They got him. Yep, Gavrikov got a 7x7. It has been confirmed. Unfortunately, I was hoping for a 7x9, but yeah. That's just how it goes. Yep, Rasmus Anderson apparently might be on the move for Vegas too, but who knows? TJ Tannen and Jacka Khan also going to Colorado on minor league deals, probably brought back. So that's really about it. David E for 5. Marchand and Jake Allen contracts are the new cap circumvention meta. Get ready. Also happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Correct. They're just going for more term. And they'll put them on Robida Island. They'll stash them once their careers are done and then call it. That's what's going to happen. Beastamel 1989. I think the rumor that Aquilini has been intimidating, blackmailing players into playing through injuries for his entire tenure may have helped grease the wheels on Mogilny as it's gained traction. Well, Beast of Metal, Aquilini didn't own the team until the mid-2000s. So that would be Frank McCaw, I believe, as the guy. It wouldn't be Aquilini. So Mogilny was late 90s. It wouldn't have been in Aquilini's term. Chris Guastafaro, hey Tree, you think Crosby has turned down trades to stay in Pittsburgh? I don't know if Pittsburgh's even responded to the deals. Because remember, like, I believe they wanted to bring back Marc-Andre Fleury. It was Letang plus was the rumor, but the ownership at the time said no, and that's why JR quit. OBW Games, I want another good Branson deal. It was hilarious. Hold on here. I gotta move back to the stuff here. NY Finest 17. Hello, Tree. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day to replace with Juan Soto Day in 2035. Days of Osteo is going to be wild this year. 9-8 Super Bowl. Do you think the Rangers will chase someone of note? They just did. Vladislav Gavrikov. And Mr. Yes for 10. How long, Tree, how long until the King makes some great moves to get back to Cup winners again? You're going to make the Cup final. You brought back Corey Perry. The Corey Perry Invitational is yours. Miser Q for 20. Glad to have the day off and get to stream live. Keep up the great work. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yep, Joel Armia to the Kings. Wait, Armia got a 4x3? Or was that Connor Brown? 4x3 for Connor Brown. He had a good year last year. If his hip injuries are out of the question, I think that's a decent deal. But yep, Joel Armia's to the Kings. Well, the legacy... I'm asking about this with blackmailing Vegas. The problem is Vegas has allegedly been tampering with Mitch Marner for over a year. So if they didn't agree to a sign-and trade and give up something, like the NHL would have come down hard on Vegas. They probably would have been forced to give up draft picks. Marner would have been suspended for a bit. That sort of thing. And fined too. So that's what happened. Keandre Miller going to the Canes. Ooh, is this an RFA signing or a trade? Yep, it looks like it is a trade. Keandre Miller is going to Raleigh. It's, interesting move. I wonder who they're giving up in return. An awkward gamer, Sean Shanley, activate the bot alarm. Oh, we've activated it a couple times. Oh, Bigelow. If Freddie's going to the Rangers, I mean, I don't know what happens there. Brazilian Fury for 5, just showing support here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the work you do, Tree, and being a big inspiration in creating my own stuff nowadays, too. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Kyle Sidrith for 5. As a Hurricanes fan, I'm really happy with that stank oven contract. The stanky oven. So surprised they got out from under the Renton and mess so easily. I mean, they cut their losses. That's the reality of it. They didn't want another Jake Gensel situation where you give up a bunch of prospects and you lose them for nothing. Villy Kovanen's looking pretty good in Pittsburgh. I mean, Cruz Lucius could be something. Harrison Brunnicke, the guy they gave up in the draft pick. I mean, the Pens love him. I mean, he looks like he could be solid. And Irvin Alvarado for 10. The Panthers re-signed all 10 of their core, and these mofos were injured to hell and then came back. Yep, they are the board. Unstoppable resistance is futile, and AHL teams prepared to be assimilated. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised they re-signed all 3. I thought Sam Bennett would have gotten $10 million on the open market. And Chance Milbury, which MLB free agency was this fast-paced? I agree. I mean, dude, that lasts for months. I mean, if we waited until Aaron Rodgers... I almost did a stream for waiting until Aaron Rodgers would get signed. That would have been a huge fucking mistake. Ace of Games UK, Kelly McCrimmon is an underrated GM. Constantly making moves to keep Vegas Golden Knights competitive year after year is quite frankly laudable in an age of quiet GMs. Well, Vegas has always been in the mood of, like, compete now, win now. I mean, they got him a cup. I thought it was insane, but the only way to justify it was winning a cup, and they did that. And the thing with Mitch Marner is he does add value. The main thing people had issue with was screwing people over left and right and giving away guys for nothing and just losing value. The thing with Pietrangelo, they didn't have to give up anything. He's injured, so who knows if he's playing again. It'll probably happen with Stone, too, in the future, and they'll be able to get a new guy in their system, too. Maybe Jason Robertson. Dust in the wind. I don't know if Ehlers, like, the Leafs have the cap for Ehlers. That's the question. Jackalope for 2. What does Rome Total War have to do with the Ravens? Everything. Everything. Just everything, Jackalope. And Mirror MLR time. As a Braves fan, I've lost all joy. Yeah, I'm... that's... Yeah, I agree with that. With the year they've had, it's fun. Sports Chalk Chug bet everything on the Kings winning the West this year. Correct. Corey Perry Invitational. Bolt Lightning Honeybot question: who is the Swedish Civ? Hardy Astrom of the Colorado Rockies. Don Cherry gave him that nickname. That's a legendary name, man. The Swedish Civ. James telling us 3-4-5 saw Lowell Mets return with a vengeance. Oh yeah, they're not doing well over there, man. They got their asses beat by the Pirates of all teams. And BW Games, yes, there are rumors about Jason Robertson going, but I don't know what's happening. That may come down the road. Uh-oh, Sacramento signed Dennis Schroeder, playing the parade. Deganosis 698, can we get a vid on the 2017 Sabres in the future? I'm guessing you're talking about their roster and GM Jack. So we're looking at Mr. Jack Eichel, 16-17. You have a bunch of guys who played for Cups. Jack Eichel, Ryan O'Reilly, Reinhard Okposo, Ristolainen could eventually win, Evander Kane, Brian Chianta, Matt Molson, Jake McCabe, Marcus Foligno. I mean, Gergensons could win. You have Johan Larsson, Bogosian, who's been around for ages, it seems like. William Carrier of the Golden Knights, Evan Rodriguez, Kulikov, Alex Nylander, Linus Ullmark, Robin Lehner. Like, you have a bunch of guys here who've done things. Eric Bergdorfer. Quite the name, Eric Bergdorfer. Big name for Puckdoku or Immaculate Grid if you're interested in play that sort of thing. I'll play that later. More or less just waiting there. But yes, if you're looking at the Canucks, you still have 556K in projected space with 22 active players. So you've got to sign a few guys, but you can always flip guys out. Two-way deal. There's always that. Looks like Toronto's going to be closing in on Michael Pezzetta, probably a minor league guy, fourth line competition in training camp. Nothing too insane. That sounds like all of Vancouver right now. And maybe all of LA because they know they're going to a cup. Beautiful. Tanner Jeannot has been signed by Boston for $3.5 million by 5 years. Are they really paying for that 1 year? Tanner Jeannot. Can you fire Don Sweeney yet, please? Like, wow, you lucked into James Higgins. Congratulations, but Jesus Christ. Were they in a bidding war with Nashville? Jesus Christ. Good fucking Lord. Michael Pezzetta going to the Leafs for 2 years. Yeah, read and weep. $3.5 million for Tanner Jeannot. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Tanner Jeannot. But not for $3.5 million. Jesus Lord. They've upset for 5. Jason Botterill being in the Kraken organization from day one. Assistant GM from January 2021, promoted to GM April 2025. Might explain all those free agency flops. Well, also Ronnie Franchise. His curse is he could never find a goalie. He finally found one, but it cost him his entire organization. Wait, they did get Mathieu Blumel, and they also got James Higgins. Hey, Tanner Jeannot may have had 1 year, but it was the best damn 1 year ever. And he's making a lot of money. And NWO Goldust, how much is Miller getting if he doesn't re-sign? He'll probably get $5-6 million. Maybe a prove-it deal. Who knows? But Keandre is apparently going to Carolina. The Caustic fan. Thoughts on Coyle and Wood being traded to Columbus? I feel like they got Colorado out of a nasty cap situation. Charlie Coyle didn't really work out in Colorado, but, I mean, Miles Wood was a weird signing to begin with. A 6-year deal for a bottom sixer. He's been injured for most of the time. So, yeah. Yeah. Filing for 2. Zito getting stuff from GM of the Year's ridiculous work. It is. They needed to give it to Jim Nill for paying $3.5 million per year for Matt Dumba and Ilya Lyubushkin to play no playoff games. They needed to do that. Oh, Radek Faksa back to Dallas. That makes sense. He works for their bottom 6. Dirt bum for 2 time to fire Stevie Y. No, I don't believe so yet. Quite frankly, I think his drafting record has proven that he's earned another year. If it's bad this year, though, it's bad. Hey, all I'm going to say, MKI, if he turns into the LA's Tanner Jeannot, I mean, trade him to the Penguins, we'll get a first-round pick. Just saying. Today's big buys are future regrets. Remember Nashville. They won free agency last year. Look how well that turned out. I love Misty, dude. He got scratched for Alex Petrovic. That's all you need to know, dude. And James Amade for 5. Tree, who do you think the Cubs try to trade for at the deadline? They need to make a run in the playoffs to distract us from the Blackhawks. I think they go for another starting pitcher. I wonder if Andrew Heaney will be on board. Another lefty for their rotation I think could work wonders. So yeah, I think Heaney might be the play. Actually, they could go for an Orioles pitcher. I mean, Zach Eflin might be on the board. Maybe Dean Kramer. Or Cade Povich. Maybe one of those guys. Sonic X for 10. Personally not a fan of the Marner move for Vegas, especially with Eichel needing a deal soon. Also sad that your fan club for Jalen Milroe fell apart. Yeah, well, certain things aren't meant to last. But, I mean, with Eichel, he's going to take them over the board. But I think with Vegas, I think they're going to end up either with Mark Stone on LTIR or trade someone away for nothing. I think they'll keep Eichel. Mr. Yes for 2. Will the Sabres be good or terrible this year? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, dude. Knowing the Sabres, probably bad, and then they end up firing Kevin Adams and repeating the cycle. And Raphael Ledoux Dobson trade makes Habs playoff contenders? I think so. Him and Lane Hudson, I think they make a good top 1-2 in defense. I don't know if they're going to be a pair, but I think that sort of thing. Akshay Kamal, no. Marner leaving was not the fans' fault. Marner's a mercenary. He's going where the money is. Tyler Claremont for 5. Any Red Wings news? Please give me hope, Tree. You did get John Gibson. Just see it like that. So you're okay. And Justin Solomita, EA's bringing back college hoops. Odds NFL E drops EA in 2026. Send a DM regarding the Leaf vid audio cutout. Hope to see you in Burlington soon. Huh, I didn't know the audio cutout. Maybe it was a copyright issue. Could be that. We'll see. Rocket Man 599. May we never forget the nightmare that was Twitter on July 1st, 2023. Hoping for a big day for the Canes. Let's go Canes. I mean, it was didn't it shut down that day? It was kind of a pain in the ass. TVB for 5. Thoughts on Marner being traded from the Leafs to the Knights? I mean, Vegas is still going for it. They get a really quality player, but I mean, $12 million for 8 years. It's a strange buy to get. Very strange buy, but who knows. Nick Cousins. He's keeping it in the family. He's going to Ottawa. Coach Bill basketball for 5. Shout out to Dan Mears, who's retiring from the Chiefs after 35 years as Casey Wolf. Who's inheriting the title? Is it like Captain Morgan to give it away? Sorry, I had to meme right there. Yep, Bastard's staying. Oh, right, Matthew, I forgot about that day. That was horse shit. You could only see 500, and it was just like you couldn't do anything. That was bad. Alex Hoy, how much money should the Orioles give Gunnar Henderson? Question is, he's a Boris client. Him and Jackson Holiday. So they should have signed them to long-term extensions right now, but every day that doesn't, that price keeps getting higher. But I still can't believe they gave Tanner Jeannot $3.5 million. Fucking Christ. You're paying $3.5 million for 5 years for this. Now, don't get me wrong. This was a damn good year. He has done nothing like that ever since. He hasn't hit 24 goals since that time frame, my man. He's at 20. This might be worse than the Lindholm deal. It's easily worse than the Zadorov deal. At least Zadorov's playable on your third pairing. Jesus Christ. $3.5 million for a bottom sixer. And one who's not even that good. Fucking Christ. 5 years due. I remember flipping out over Brandon Tanev. If I were a Bruins fan, I'd be flipping shit over that. That is horseshit. Oop. Sorry, I just had to skip forward. That's a longish song. Oh, don't worry. He'll throw $4.5 million for 5 for Nick Perbix, and Perbix is a good player. All right, let's see Atlantic. Anything else coming up here? Yep, exactly. They could have extended Brad Marchand, but instead, you get this. And I'm gonna leave that up as I go to the bathroom. Yeah, I need you to soak in that information because that's what the Bruins just paid $3.5 million a year for. $3.5 million. Have you seen enough of this horror? Have you seen the horror of Tanner Jeannot? Good Lord. And you're paying this $3.5 million. Good Lord. Good Lord. That is some bad shit right there, man. Still trying to get some stuff done, but nothing too crazy there. Chernis and Tetakupo, Oliver Cherlington, Mitch Cherner, Chris Cherlios. Ooh. Jerking off to the chair. Hey, you gotta do it. Hey, if Cherner Jeannot was making $3.5 million, you'd be making that good money right here, man. Corey Cherry. How about Ben Cherington? Formerly fired of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ba-dum. Yep, I'm good, man. I just had to take care of some dumping. Horrible dumping. Don Cherry. I need to put on a poppy for this bad boy. Paul Cheria. If Jeannot agrees to a contract. Saravelli, are you going to agree to a contract? Let's do something here. I can't believe Jeannot got $3.5 million. Fucking Christ. Good God. I mean, Pizzetta got 2 by $780, and they're roughly the same. I mean, not really the same, but still, it's... Good Lord. Good fucking Lord. Yeah, but it looks like it has been confirmed Keandre Miller going to the Rangers for to be determined. So if we're looking at Puckpedia, we're looking at the Hurricanes roster. Let's switch this tab here. Let's go to Carolina. If you look at their pick situation, probably trading... You're probably trading one of the picks from 26. I mean, I'm guessing Dallas, they would do ideal. Maybe Carolina's. Potentially a second and 27. They're probably not going to try and trade both. Does Jackson Blake... they're keeping Blake. Bradley Nadeau, maybe. But I think they'd want to keep him. Nikishin they're keeping. Morrow might be on the way out. Maybe their first round of this year. Yeah, but more or less it's just waiting and seeing what happens. Pizzetta didn't do much, and he got significantly cheaper, and he's roughly the same caliber player. But Keandre's had a bit of a down year, which is why they're moving on from him. I figured they would. But Carolina's got themselves a solid player. Gavrikov, I figured he would have gotten more, but 7x7 is actually not a bad deal. Corey Perry, back to the Corey Perry challenge. Taking his talents elsewhere. And it had to be the Kings. That's hilarious. Ehlers is still on the board, but he'll probably end up waiting a little bit. He'll probably sign tomorrow or Thursday. That's my best bet. But nothing much on the board so far. Excuse me. Too much talking. Too much talking. Celtic Warrior, 85 for 10. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Yes, sir. Definitely a happy Bobby Bonilla Day to all observe. Also, could be Chris Davis Day, Ichiro Day, I believe. Future Juan Soto and Xander Bogaerts Day. Not to mention Rick DiPietro Day. Mike Richards Day. Formerly Bruce Sutter Day. Brett Saberhagen Day. The lesser-known Mets Day. Adam Liz, where's Mangiapane going? He'll probably wait a little bit. I mean, I'd be cool with him on the Pens, but once again, who knows? Al, the opinions of the chair are getting ridiculous. Hey, he's both extreme, far left and far right at the same time. I can't judge him. The legacy for 5. These high bids, I think teams are desperate since all the good ones were snapped up before Canada Day. Yeah, I agree. It's a thin market right now. Everyone got re-signed. BXM635, hello Tree, hope you're having a nice day. It'd be nice if it didn't fucking rain all the damn time around here. Seriously. It has been raining in this damn city non-stop. Like, I'm in a men's league for baseball. I mean, I suck, so I don't play all that often for good reason, because I suck. We've had, you know how many weather delays we've had? Or postponements? Over the past couple months. We've had 9. 9 postponements. If the weather keeps going bad like this, it might be 10. Maybe more. But it's a pain in the ass. And yeah, it's raining now, so can't do much of anything. It's super fun. No gold rain. Joey G, please take some of our rain. We have had nothing but fucking rain. Well, BXM, we had I think an overnight storm. We had a lot of rain earlier. And we had a heavy system go through in the evening. But nothing too crazy. We've had flash flood warnings around here, so that's what we've had to worry about, more or less. Oh, MKI. Oh, it was fucking hot here, too. Like, when it wasn't raining, it was 95 and humid. It was bad. When I would go outside, mow my lawn, an hour out there, my entire, like, I feel like I was in a swimming pool. Everything was drenched. I had to change my clothing out. That's actually what happened at the gym last night. I didn't feel up to par, but, I mean, I've been fighting a summer cold, too, but everything was just drenched. Well, Mr. Yes, the Allegheny, I don't think it's flooded out the bathtub yet. The Mon Wharf has been closed off repeatedly, but... Well, Clarence Price, remember, they traded Bobrovsky because they brought in Brizgalov. Well, Speedy V, oh, dude. I have 2/3 of an acre, my man. Like, I need a push mower. Like, to do a bunch of it, and then I do a zero turn. I wish I had no lawn. If I had no lawn, it wouldn't take me 3 hours to fucking do. Well, Joey G, I wouldn't wish that. We had a really bad system go through here late April. It was 80-mile-per-hour winds, non-stop howling, trees getting ripped from the ground, hundreds of thousands without power. And it was fun. It was truly fun. Well, we finally have another signing. Seattle. Seattle has signed Ryan Lindgren for $4.5 million by 4. I mean, $4.5 million for Seattle. So, it's one of the days, one of the signings of our time. I need to meme. Give me 1 second. I think I kind of did a bad move here. I'm Trying to find Seattle, but there's no Seattle. Here we go. This is the thing I'm looking for. This is every time that Seattle makes a move in free agency.
Seattle!
Stop it, you're killing me. Seattle.
Good old Seattle. Owl for 5. NFL free agency. My dad will talk about it for a minute or two and then reminisce about the 2002 Red Wings. If only that would happen again. Oh, Seattle was definitely one of the days. I mean, the 2002 Red Wings, they were fucking loaded. So, I mean, I understand why they reminisce about it, man. Owl for 2, that Tigers-Pirates delay made me angry. Oh, dude, that's every day, dude. As I said, it is still raining out here. It's fun. I have so much outdoor stuff to do. I have to restain a bunch of things. I can't get to it. It keeps fucking raining. Gabe, what did I miss? Well, you missed Brock Besser going back to the Canucks. Tanner Jeannot getting way too much money. And Corey Perry going back to LA. That is, that's what you missed. And Hockey Gamer Sean Shanley, the downside to no lawn, no Yinzermobile. Correct. Correct. I mean, the Yinzermobile is the reason why the Yinzermobile exists. That's why. And Jared Broman, the 2 states of Pittsburgh weather over the past month. Torrential downpour and searing heat. And humidity. Don't forget that. The searing heat was like a week. It was finally sunny. I mean, it's just 95. It's like, ugh. AC running full blast. It's been rough. It's been fun. And now it's actually cool and it's rainy. It's been lovely. Can't you tell I'm having fun yet? I'd rather it be like last summer where it's just dry. Come on. Let's do something, boy. Yep, Capo Kakkonen going to the Habs. Probably as a backup to with Montembeault and Dobesh. It's truly one of the days of our time. Yeah, Seattle has no income tax. Is this why you paid Chandler Stevenson $6.2 million? Is this why you're rumored to be trading away Jared McCann? Is this why you took on the Freddie Gaudreau and Mason Marchment contracts? Well, that's actually a good deal, then. Is this why you paid Brandon Montour that much money? Is this why you paid Philip Grubauer $6 million to be garbage? Is that why? Yes, it's totally because of the, totally because of the income tax. And this is when it gets pretty quiet. Thank you all for joining me. In the meantime, it's definitely been one of the days of our time. And Bolt Lightning Honeypot, what is preventing the Oilers from winning a cup? Oilers, the first team introduced in 2006. I've lost them 3 times. Don't worry, I have other faves now. The question is, the problem is, it's always been their depth, their defense, and their goaltending. That's always been their issue. They haven't been able to get that consistency. Stuart Skinner, really good when he's on. When he's off, he's a mess. They paid Darnell Nurse way too much money, and it's been holding them back. Remember, last couple, previous window was Lucic and Russell. Those contracts held them back. And now their depth has always taken a hit. It's gotten better, but it's still not where it needs to be. And William Weiss, when can we see a legacy of failure for the New York Rangers? They're the redheaded stepchild of the original six, and they've traded their last 3 captains. They won in '94. There's no reason to do that. Honestly, the next legacy of failures I'm hoping on are Canucks, Clippers, Jets. They are way too overdue, man. David Riddick going to the Islanders, probably as a backup. Kyler Yamamoto going back to the Mammoth. Big free agent, a Mammoth deal for the Mammoth. Oh, I can't wait for those really bad puns to come out. Look at this Mammoth deal. God, I'm so lame. So fucking lame. But Kyler Yamamoto is back with the Utah Mammoth. In a Mammoth deal. Just watch them actually sign a really big deal now. Ryan Lindgren deal has been confirmed. No other trades. You can hurry up now. 2-way contract. Dennis Gilbert and Noah Juleson have been confirmed. Nick Bjugstad going to the Blues. So there's your Radek Faksa replacement. Neocast, no, I'm not going to bed. No. Yamamoto. Yamamoto. Who keeps saying it is Yamamoto? It's Japanese. It's Yamamoto. Hockey's life. I mean, who knows? If they can get Connor Hellebuck to play on the road and the team to play on the road, it'll be all right. Yeah, okay. Of course I don't go to bed. And Mervyn, you put Adam Silver is like an OnlyFans model teasing Seattle. Gotta give more money. Gotta make him simp. And Sports Doc Chud. Philadelphia Flyers, 50 years of failure. Yes, sir. And Howie Feltersnatch, wish you did a revisiting Colorado poop emoji vid. The time to do that would have been a couple years ago. Remember, they hit rock bottom that year. And everyone thought they were getting screwed because they lost the draft lottery, and it turns out they got Cale Makar. So, I don't know. And James Amadeus, Jared Bednar on the hot seat this year. Can the Avs win the West? I don't know if he's on the hot seat per se. It depends how things go. I mean, he's not Peter DeBoer. Winning a cup gets you a lot of leeway. The Flames are bringing back Ivan Prosvetov. So he's coming back. He might be competing for their backup role this year. Yep, Bjorkstad going to the Blues, stuff like that. Let's screw it. Let's do some immaculate grid. We got nothing going on. Oh my, Parker Witherspoon's going to the Penguins. The Penguins have signed a free agent, and he's going to be like a 7th defenseman. Take that, Boston. Parker Witherspoon, who is definitely not an 18th century linguist. Yeah, that's definitely a 7th defenseman. AHL guy, flipped through there. Definitely one of those guys. But the Penguins have made a move. Ooh, Yankees, Mets. Ooh. Kinky. Juan Soto's a super easy one there. That's some fun ones here. Mets shortstop. Kevin Elster. 4%, eat my dick. Chris Sabo. Boom. Cubby shortstop. Sean Dunston. Ernie Banks is the super easy one there. Bobby Hill, I don't think he ever played shortstop. Jose Hernandez. Let's go. Chicago, St. Louis. Ernie Broglio. Red St. Louis. Ooh. I don't think Pete Shurik ever played with St. Louis. Sonny Gray's the easy one. I said Sonny Gray's the easy one. I'll come back to that one. Met St. Louis. Vince Coleman. The legend. Yankees and Mets. Severino. Juan Soto. Super easy ones. Ooh. I don't think Luis Sojo ever played for the Mets. Strawberry. Super easy one there. Paul O'Neill. Super easy one. Yankees and Cubbies. Yankees and Schlubbies. Cody Bellinger. Leaving a lot of good ones on the table. I'm feeling bummed. I need some, like, bullpen arms. Like, some long, obscure bullpen arms. That would definitely help me out there. The St. Louis and Cincy. Scott Rowland. Super easy one. Yeah, super easy one. Fuck it. I'll do super easy ones. I'm being lame, I know. Future one, Kyle Tucker. But Mets and Cubbies. Or Yankees Cubbies. I mean, I should know this. It's not Pryor. Steve Traxel never played for the Yankees. Dawson, no, never. Raines, I don't think ever played for the Yankees. Mel Hall? That easy one is Bellinger. Bellinger's a super easy one. Chapman. I should know a better one. What am I doing here? Like, there's so many to sift through. I'm trying to figure out, like, which ones. Did Carl Edwards play for the Yankees? Presley, I don't think ever played. Fuck it, I'll just get the grid. 74, not crazy about that. We'll keep going later, but for the meantime, just something to burn a little time. Soriano, that wouldn't have been a bad one. Starlin Castro, Rizzo, Girardi. Yeah, oh yeah, David E. Yeah, Raines played for the Yankees. I wasn't sure if he played for the other team. Patrick Mahomes. The other Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I said just Scott Effross. Effross would have been a good one. Shit. Forgot about him. William Report, TJ Watt. I mean, you have Timu J. Watt right here. Byram talks are heating up. Ian DeLeon for 5. Do you think that the Dallas Cowboys deserve a 30 years of failure video? Nah. It'd be hilarious, but no. And Abraham, completely unrelated, but will there be a Utah Jazz legacy of failure? Maybe in the future. Time's not now, though. And Al for 5. You told me this time last year that the Tigers are going to be 53-32 close to the All-Star game. I think you'd be insane. What a turnaround, man. I agree. I mean, dude, not just for him, but Javi Baez ranking, man. Torkelson's come back to form. It's been solid, man. And such is life, man. Keandre Miller update. So far, he's going to the Canes. No word on the return. Actually, it looks like they pulled the deal off the board right now. So they're just looking on the finalization. So who knows? Maybe the deal's not getting through the fax and they're doing the finalization. Who knows? Yep, but yeah, it definitely looks like... Wait, I thought Lindgren signed with Seattle. Is he going to Dallas? Okay, yeah, that was a misspell. Sandro Mamukelashvili is signing with the Raptors. I mean, he doesn't even sound real. So who knows? But yeah, Colin Reinhardt will not be back in Ottawa. There's a big thing there, but Seattle has signed Ryan Lindgren, and all the fun is being had. Fuck it, let's do football. Ooh, Dallas, Seattle. Seattle, 10 sacks. Cortez Kennedy's your super easy one. Averill. Cliff Averill. Wait, oh shit, I had the wrong thing. I didn't want that. God damn it. Pressed the wrong button. Jesus Christ. I fucked it up. Gastineau for the sack exchange, 36%. What's his name? Tony Brackens. I'm already fucking it up. I'm fucking it up. Fuck. Warren Moon's your super easy one there. Ernest Givens. Boom. Dallas and Jacksonville. Ooh. I wish I could say Uche had Nwaneri, but he never played for Dallas. Rest in peace, Uche. Meester? Nah, I don't think Meester was there. Did Hendrick play for the Jets? I don't know. I'm losing it, man. I am losing it, man. This is not good. Fuck. Mini Testaverde, super easy one. Steve Berline. Boom. Meyer never played. Krieg never played for Dallas. Laufenberg. Yep, this is the fun we're having. There's not much going on, so we're just chilling, doing some Puckdoku. It's fun times. Fun times were had by all. Truly, the funnest of fun. Corey Davis would be a good one there. Yep, the Bowen Byram moves are rolling up, pointing to Darren Drager. Things are percolating. Trade conversations happening with Calgary, Vegas, LA, and St. Louis. An offer sheet is also being contemplated. So there is stuff going on there. Titans and Jets. Yeah, I'll do Corey Davis. 216, that was not good. Now we get to the obscure shit, the hockey stuff. And hopefully I will not mess this up, but who knows. Ooh. Trent Frederick. Krushelnyski. Jeff Courtnall. Oilers and Flames. Ooh. Kent Nielsen. Let's go. Calgary and Capitals. Curtis Glencross. Boston. Burridge. Islanders Flames. Ooh. That's a fancy one right there. Kinky, too. I don't know if Martinek ever played for the Flames. Travis Hamonic. 32%, come on. That's lame. That should not be 32%. There are other ones, too. Jesus Christ. Islanders Bruins. Daniel Marois. 0.005. I don't think Yashin ever got 500. I mean, easy one here's Bossy. Trottier would be up there. I don't know if Tonelli did. Gianta, I don't think ever got 500. Clark and Muller never got it. Turgeon would be 500. Old veterans. Dougie Wade. Damn it! I don't think Marok ever got 500, but Gartner did. The Oilers with 500. Pick a name out of a hat. Yari Curry. I'm fucking up, boys. I'm fucking up. I'll do that later. It's nearly the same fucking thing. So, we'll do that later. We'll talk about more of this shit. Ethan Bear's an Islander. And Nick Bjorkstad, David Riddick. Bernie Nichols would have been a good one. Chara would have been a good one. Tree is very washed, don't you know? Well, Cap is easy Ovi, but everyone's picking Ovi, man. Gotta find obscure ones. That's the key with that sort of stuff. And everyone left too. That's I think it's like the point where everything's starting to die down. There's not much happening right now, so it's just a lot of good stuff there. Boychuk wouldn't have been a bad one too for the Islanders. James telling us, thoughts on Ohtani pitching again in the NL West? The NL West is pretty stacked. I mean, how long do the Padres and Giants keep up their form? Padres have no depth, and the Giants seem to be on a bit of a skid. Diamondbacks are just cursed. The Rockies are the Rockies. Looks like it's draft pick compensation for Keandre Miller. Yep, it's draft pick compensation because they didn't want another piece to deal with the cap space, so it makes sense. Probably a first. So Mantha to the Pens, Byram to LA. I mean, Mantha would be an interesting buy low candidate if it pans out. Yep, it looks like here is the news from David Pagnotta. Keep an eye on the Penguins and Anthony Mantha. So, that's the thing. Like, it seems like a Puljujärvi sort of buy low candidate. Give him a 1-year prove-it deal, and then flip him at the deadline. That seems like it's the right move to make. So, you know what? I'm okay with it. He'll get time if the time's right. I mean, Mantha is an inconsistent, frustrating player, but he still has a lot of talent when he's healthy. You can afford to take those shots in the dark if the time's right. And Jordan Harris is going to Boston, so he's back there. Maybe it makes up for the for that horrible Tanner Jeannot deal. Smeg Magician for 10. I don't think Palat will remain a Devil this season. We rushed to sign him after Johnny Hockey was finalizing a deal, then Columbus swooped in at the 11th hour. He never panned out here. Excuse me. I'm still getting over a summer cold. My apologies there. Palat, he had a lot of mileage on him to begin with. You were looking at him for a year or two, and now that the body's starting to wear down, and that's the thing with Palat. So you'll probably have to dangle a draft pick or a prospect to get rid of him. I think you'll do that. There'll be plenty of teams willing to take him on. Preferably those in Pittsburgh and San Jose. $1.20 chicken tendies, I mean, I hope so. And Mason for 2, how should I feel about our Faravari deal? If he develops a little further, you'll be okay. Cap keeps going up, you might be okay. But if he stays the same, probably an overpayment. And shite, take Pagano's word with a grain of salt. Yeah, true, but we'll take what it is. And I love Misty. Yeah, summer colds they're fun. As I said, I've been on the mend for about a week, maybe a little longer, but it's just like the cough takes a while to get rid of. It's just slowly getting out of my system, and it's just it's fun. The Rockies have to lose 60 more. I agree. They do have to lose 60 more. It's for the benefit of humanity that Colorado loses all of the games. Sammy Blais going to Montreal. More or less lingered in the minor league system, but I think he's just a guy to do a thing. Hasn't this been a very fun free agency? Truly the funnest of fun free agencies. Garridos, that's the reason why I don't want to do the Flyers video, because of bullshit like that. Truly stuff. Howie Felter snatch. Oh, dude, if the Rockies lose 70, it'd be beautiful. I don't know if I'd even do a long one. Just be like, Lil Rocky sucks. MKI, I mean, I'd have to. Well, the Toad, here's the thing. Chris Getz is your GM. I'll be hearing a rant in 2038. That's just how life goes for the guys down there. Hey, oh, buy one cup, he's going to win another cup. Don't worry, Dwayne. If Daniel Suarez is not going to Trackhouse. And yep, Bobby Bonilla Day. It's a beautiful day. $1.9 million. Because Bernie Madoff, or like the Wilpons thought they could outpace the 8% interest rates with Bernie Madoff. It's beautiful. They got scammed and then they got scammed again. I feel like every day they have Bobby Bonilla Day, they should just give him a check, and when the time comes, retire the check. Put the check in the Ring of Honor. But Byron, once again, it's offer sheets are the big question. I said, if you're looking for an offer sheet, keep an eye out for Mackie Simaskiewicz. Yep, it looks like it's going to be Vince Marcogliano is reporting. He's a Rangers beat reporter. It will center on draft pick compensation. I am guessing, yeah, Carolina will be trading a first-round draft pick and then probably a first this next year, a second in 27. Brandon Tanev is signing with the Mammoth. He somehow got less money than his first deal. $2.5 million for 3 years for an energy forward, which isn't too bad. I mean, considering the cap's going up, I think it'll be okay. Welcome to Utah, Mr. Tanev. Another mammoth deal. Ooh. I'll be here all night. Christ. Yeah, a lot of fun right now. So, yep, Tanev is off the board. Your real targets so far, we've been off the board. Besser staying put. Ehlers still available. Gavrikov out. Granlund still available. Brown out. Not really Brown, but you see. Corey Perry is off the table. But more or less, it's lost swings and misses. Ryan Lindgren is now off the table, and he's getting the same pay rate. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? Allen's off the board. Vladar's off the board. So there are still pieces available, but I think they're mulling over options. Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley, I hope the Cubs make the playoffs for one reason and one reason only. The third coming of No Cubs, no. No Cubs, no. Truly. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Who the fuck is Tony Wolters? I don't know. Connor Akers. More likely to happen, first Jets playoff appearance or Cowboys NFC Championship. Jets playoff appearance, more realistic. I mean, it has to happen, right? Tony Nicolaude, thoughts on the Justin Turner fan of the game incident on live TV? I did not see this. I'll have to take a look. Let's see. Justin Turner. I thought it said Justin Tucker for a second. I'm like, Brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade for the love of lemonade, and it's our fan of the game. Brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade for the love of lemonade, and it's you, Justin Turner. You are our fan of the game. Fan of the game for Justin Turner. How many fans were there? Like none? Kingfisher the first. What do you think of Dobson to Montreal? I think it's a solid swing for Montreal to get over that hump. I mean, the first round picks weren't really going to do much for them. They did get one of those first to take on Sean Monahan, so I think you're there. So, such is life. I remember when Justin Tucker was out for COVID, he ended up kissing his wife. I'm like, hey, gotta get to it, man. That was hilarious. We all laughed for like 5 minutes. Steve Hunt's 96. That's what JR should have done in 2019 with Tanev, but the problem is he wasn't, though. And somehow it worked out until he was let go in the expansion draft, along with Jared McCann. I don't know why they got rid of both to begin with, but who knows. Okay, whoever wants Mets tickets, go talk to Giraffe Neck Mark. Yeah, you see, like Brandon Tanev, he hasn't been the same guy. Blake gets a 1-year deal, probably one way. He'll probably be in the AHL, flop in between there. Colin White back in San Jose. Well, Joey G, Justin Turner's 40. It's about time. That's just how it goes. Well, BW, I mean, you could use the code TREE either way. Save $20 off your first purchase. Although I used my first purchase a long time ago. I wish I had the code TREE back then. Oh well. Fuck it. Puckdoku time. Got nothing else going on. We're just playing the waiting game right now. This is some grade A horse shit. Oh. David Oliver. Wait, shit. Thought David Oliver played for the Bruins. We'll pretend that never happened. Yeah, we're gonna pretend that never happened. Ooh, Montreal, Boston. Ooh. On the old Rolodex, see what happens there. Trying to think to their tanking days. Lee Stepniak. Oh, god damn it, really? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you in the ass! Played on one team in his career? Just find a guy who hasn't been there. Blaine Locker. Boom. Detroit played for 1 year. Jeff Sharples. Boom. 500 assists, played for one team. Ooh. Did Brisebois get 500 assists? I don't know. I want to say Brisebois. But I don't know. Alex Del Vecchio. Yeah, that works. Ralph Backstrom. Oh, god damn it. Fuck you. I don't think LaRouche got 500. Shutt was never an assist guy. Schneider? Yeah, Matthew Schneider. Brent Gilchrist. Oh, actually, wait. Yves Racine. Boston, Montreal. Martin Lapointe? Stefan Quintal. There we go. There we go. I'm finally getting it, boys. I'm finally getting it. Greg McTavish is too easy. Gotta get something a little harder. Harder! Gwen Featherstone? Damn it. Edmonton, Detroit. Clema Murphy, Jimmy Carson. Bunch of different names there you can go for. Grass Athan Siu. Mike Green. Played all of 2 games. Really? Not 500. You kidding me? What a crock of shit. Kevin Lowe. Really? Oh, fuck you. Eat my dick. Eat my dick. Surrey didn't get 500 assists. Adam Oates. Pocket. Adam Oates would have been a good one there, too. Like, there are a bunch of names I can think of. I just don't want to use the same ones. Bob Beers. Let us never speak of this again. It's a great shame on our city. But yeah, this is about the time where we just it drags a little bit. Yeah, Sammy Blais spent most of his time in the AHL last year, so probably maybe get a call up here or there, but not really the kind of energy that he once brought. Tanev, same thing. It's just injuries. He just hasn't been the same. He had his moments, but just the injuries took him down. That's what I was afraid of with the Tanev deal. Like, once you got to this point, he just wasn't going to be the same player. Although, like, you see the evolution of the look. That dude looks like he is the ultimate pervert about to kill somebody. Brandon Tanev. Brandon Tanev. Kaapo Kakkonen. Hasn't really seen the NHL. I thought he had promise when he was in Minnesota, but, you know, he went to San Jose, and we know what happened from there. It was... He got exiled to hell. Yeah, Nick Waugh, he's more of your third-line center. This is the guy going for Marner, but, I mean, honestly, they only got Nick Waugh because they would have been filed for tampering for Marner, so that's what happened here. Ole Lixell has re-signed with Ottawa. Dylan Coughlin back to Vegas. Well, the legacy... Marner is a mercenary. That's the question with him. Not much you can really do. Well, Draguch, I mean, Kolpacki with Command and Conquer, there's a lot of KMFDM influence here, so a lot of industrial rock influence, so that's what happens there. Well, MKI, Sam Bennett already signed. He's signed with Florida. I think he's an 8x8. Tristan Allard's back in Tampa Bay. Oh, Randy Moss is returning following the cancer battle. Good. Fuck cancer. Kaapo Kakkonen for 1.5. Athletics still kicking. It's definitely what Oh, Joel Villeneuve, top free agents left. Mikkel Granlund, Nikolai Ehlers. I believe there are a few others too. Nate Schmidt's still out there. Yeah, there are a couple right here. You have Beauvillier, Dodonov, Dumoulin, Grzelcyk, Olofsson. I mean, a lot of shots in the dark. Brent Burns, if you're looking at reputation. Drouin as a boom bust guy. Orlov was... Orlov got way too much in those 2 years. Just saying right now. But the big piece still available was Ehlers. Well, when do we see... I don't know if the Pens are going to do anything crazy. If they're going to do anything, it'll probably be via trade. Probably for Rust or Raquel. They're just seeding out to see what they're... Wait, Vladar got a no trade clause? Is it modified at least? Oh, speaking of $1.20 chicken tendies, if Jay Tucker signed and rebounds bigly, does he get his rep mostly rehab? If he's good. If he's not good, it's going to get ugly. For good reason. I'm going to grab another drink real quick. I'll be right back. I wish I had something to show you besides Tanner Jeannot's contract, but I don't. I feel like Bruins fans, I feel like they're losing their V card to the first boss of Sonic 2. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, it's not good. It's bad, kids. The problem is I don't want to do anything because the moment I leave, there's going to be a big moment that happens. That's the problem I have. Well, Joel, it is pretty dry because everyone re-signed. Mr. Yes, you missed nothing. You should have just streamed yourself shaving. It would have had more action than NHL free agency right now, Mr. Yes. I gotta leave in the evening, man. I got things to do. The Burninator, it's just a random shuffle of stuff I've played in videos in the past. Well, original username, apparently Ian Mitchell's gone to the Wings. They did get John Gibson about a week ago. Cobble guy, they paid too much for Lindgren. I mean, he's a gamble, but not a fan of that move. I think, as I said, like, he's useful if he's up to his peak, but is he going to get to his peak in Seattle? I don't know. MKI, I'm not sure. I mean, I may have to reschedule it for tomorrow. We'll see. With all this rain, who the hell knows? Evan Osborne, they brought in Michael Pezzetta, too. But more as like a fourth line guy, competing camp. Mr. Yes, Mike Sullivan's going to be coaching for the Rangers. Noah Smith for 5. To celebrate Bobby Bonilla Day, I bought a 4K TV using the pay in 4 option. No, they'd be paying you an interest, man. You'd be paying it for like 35 years. I never got the like paying quarters option. I feel like you'd be paying more in interest over time. Especially for some of those shady interest rates. Oof. Any thoughts on potential landing spots for Ehlers? Oh, dude, anyone will take Nikolai Ehlers for the price. Think about it, any real contender, they're going to go for Ehlers. If you're looking at cap space, I mean, the Sharks need to pay a lot of money. They've got $20 million to get to the cap floor. Ducks need to get to the cap floor. Hurricanes can make a big play. The Jets, they're definitely going to be in play. I think he goes back there. Sabres, big pieces there. Some teams have to get rid of some cap. So once again, as I said, for the Panthers, look out for Mackie Samoskevich. He's a free agent. Jakub Dobesh, for example. I mean, if it is true about Montreal not having cap space, they're looking to get rid of Brendan Gallagher or Josh Anderson. So guess where they're going? San Jose. The Golden Knights will be clear of this once the Alex Pietrangelo deal gets broken down. Because that 8.8, that is going to LTIR. So it's going to be, that money is not going to be part of the deal when the time comes. So you subtract 8.8 right there, and that's Vegas's cap. So they're okay. Florida, they'll probably have to get rid of a player or two, probably flip. St. Louis, they might, I mean, that's why they traded Bolduc probably, because they didn't want to deal with the Rays. Like, there are a lot of guys who probably have to do a little cap flexibility, but these guys down here, with all the cap space, they will take draft picks or whatever RFAs, because the offer sheets could be very real. You can see the Flames making a play. Blue Jackets can make a play. Canes still make a play. Seattle will just do stupid shit, so I don't think they're going to do anything. Scott Perunovich is going to the Mammoth. RFA deal. Probably going to compete for the 7th spot in training camp. Yep, Lou, I forgot. Krug's going to be on LTIR, so they'll be all right. Sports Talk Chud, I really don't have a time. I'm just trying to see, like, if anything gets enjoyed, more or less. So let's see here. Justin Silverman for 10 bones. Thank you, brother. Had to go to the gym at 1. What did I miss, boys? Is Julian Brisebois still sitting on his hands? I don't know if Julian Brisebois can do anything right now, man. More or less there. Sorry if I'm a little congested. I'm still trying to get through a summer cold. But, I mean, you only really missed, I mean, Besser was still there. Gavrikov went to the Rangers. Tanner Jeannot got way too much money. And Seattle gave Ryan Lindgren way too much money. Jesus, I'm getting congested, my bad. Aqua Gamer Sean Shanley, welcome to Bomb on Battlefield, also known as Acrisure Stadium. 20 years ago, yes. Now it's gotten a little better. Bomb on Battlefield, honestly, that's MetLife Stadium, my man. Might explain all the torn ACLs and torn Achilles over there. Ty Caden for 5. Hey, Tree, thoughts on Detroit's moves? Been busy at work on the Zamboni all day and trust your takes. I like the John Gibson move. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be a full-time solution. I think they're just going to wait for Sebastian Cossa to fully develop before they bring him in. Also, Bernard Docker looks like he's going to the Red Wings, so another guy you can bring in as a potential training camp option. I'm surprised Buffalo didn't keep him. Oh well. And Tarasenko is off to Minnesota. He did not work out in Detroit. Oh, I thought you said Mason Gearson died. I'm like, oh shit. Wait, he's a saver. Okay. Well, Gareth Davies, Barry Trotz, actually, it'd be wise if Barry Trotz didn't do anything because It's bad. He paid Nick Hague $5.5 million a year. You don't want Barry Trotz to do anything, man. Sean Corrali's back to Boston. Mikey Isamont will be joining him. Remember, Corrali had that big goal in Game 7 against Toronto in 19, I believe. Or was it 18? Wait, it was 19. 19. Because the year after, they went after John Tavares. BW games, I'd say Nashville. Buffalo still is youth, but Nashville, I mean, they keep throwing it out there. MKI Sports, be careful. We might do something stupid. Family Guy fan, the AHL Islanders likely moving. Sad to see them go. Bridgeport is a weird area. It's kind of depressed. Doesn't really have the corporate dollars. And they did not do well at home, so there wasn't a reason for anyone to go. I mean, where do they end up going? I mean, Hartford already has a team. Providence has a team. Do they go to Albany? Do they go back there? Do they go back to Binghamton? Like, those would be probably your two options, Albany or Binghamton. Because I don't know if those two have teams. They'd probably be relocating there. Yep, whether Bridgeport's going to be moved. That makes sense. Said Bridgeport is, they're moving to Hamilton. Okay. So another Canadian team. You're bringing back the Hamilton Bulldogs. Yeah, KCF, that's the mean. It's a pretty rough area. JVR to Detroit, huh? JVR is moving on a final farewell, huh? Well, Brighter, the problem is the AHL, they're trying to maintain profit, and it's tough to gain traction anywhere that it doesn't have a real, like, area. Unless you're, like, solidified like a Hershey or a Wilkes-Barre or a Charlotte. In a situation like that, it's tough. Yep, we finally have a move. JVR going to Detroit. I'm surprised JVR actually got a deal, but, huh. Yeah, I thought Ottawa would keep Bernard Docker, but, especially since, I mean, Gilbert is gone, but still, it's. I figure they would have tried to keep something from the Cousins deal, but Norris, he just couldn't stay healthy, and. Yep, Dylan Cousins, don't worry, you're gonna win a cup soon. Just how this works. Nathan Klurman, I mean, former Penguin, he's probably going elsewhere trying to find a gig. Belzile, I wonder if he goes to Europe or stays put, I don't know. And Mason Geertsen, the enforcer, is apparently going to Buffalo. I thought he said he died, I'm like, oh. But yeah. Got 25 games in the AHL because fighting. So JVR, as I said, I'm surprised he did that well. I thought he would have retired, but as I said, he's not what he was, but can do a job on your third line, bottom six at this point. Has the size. Doesn't really move the body, though, so once again, it's just. And then there's Brendan Van Riemsdyk, who had his moments, but didn't really do much. Fun times. Nate Schmidt's going to Utah for 3 years. Ooh. Nice little bounce back for Schmidt. Get a cup, and then do the Kevin Stenlund, go to Utah. Yep, Klurman and Belzile going to Montreal. Bernard Docker, Christian Jaros. Owen Sillinger's a two-way contract. I mean, this isn't Cole Sillinger, it's his brother Owen. So, I think he got a game in the NHL this year, if I remember correctly. So, think about that. 3 years, 3.5 for Schmidt. I mean, that's actually not bad. I'd rather have that deal than Ryan Lindgren. I said, it's not a terrible deal. For what he was in Florida. I don't know if he's going to keep that up, though. But in terms of market, that's fair value. I'd rather have him than Lindgren. That's at least how I feel. Lane Peterson going to Philadelphia. That AHL guy might get a cup of coffee in the AHL here or there. Ethan Bear, same thing. So more or less, you're just in the waiting game right now. Nothing too crazy. Boxa might be going back to Dallas. Yep, that's what I mean. It's roughly value for Schmidt, so it works out. Riemsdyk is a 1x1, so as I said, it's low risk deal. Can't really complain about that if you're Detroit. And Sean Kuraly back in Boston. I didn't realize he was 32. Shit. Where the hell does the time go? And Isimont, 2 years, 1.45. That's not bad. I think he can do a job in the bottom six. But once again, you're paying Tanner Jeannot $3.5 million. It's over. There's a squirrel on a power line outside. Hope we get struck by lightning. Actually, it wouldn't be struck by lightning because then the power would be out. But let's not do that. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Plus bonuses for JVR too, so there's about that as well. This is the hopelessly scour and try to find things that work for teams, and hopefully we get news and information, but it's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. Well, holla for holla. Sharks do have $44 million to play with. They're going to take on some bad deals. Andre Palat, you know he's going. William Weiss, Blackhawks should trade for Tage Thompson. Oh, dude, Buffalo would riot, man. Yep, also, Josh Anderson, that terrible deal that should have never been signed to begin with. Guess what? San Jose. Dangle some picks and prospects. Gallagher might be rumored to go. So there's, you can definitely do sort of that. Dallas might be in the moves. Like, as I said, the Nick Robertson deal might still be in play. I don't think they should, but I don't know. Yeah, Mason Garrison to Buffalo. Gerson. Coughlin back to Vegas. Going back home. Well, Nolan Paladin. Isimon's a solid player. I remember seeing him when he was in San Jose. I liked him when he was there. Solid bottom six energy guy. Can put the puck in the net every once in a while. So I'm cool with it. Oh, Phantom Beard. The San Jose Super Wholesale Emporium is going to be... full speed this year. They are tanking for Gavin McKenna. And I know they already have Michael Misa, Will Smith, William Eklund, and Macklin Celebrini. But guess what? Oh, Tundra. Perbix to Nashville? Oh, God. I can't wait to see how much of an overpay this is. If Nick Perbix is going to Nashville and it's like $5 million with Nick Hague, oh, Lord. Nick Perbix is the guy that's going to get overpaid. 3-year deal, youngish player, 20 points, solid defender, third, fourth pairing guy. He's getting over 5. Just watch. I don't want to look at this deal if I'm Nashville, dude. I'm scared. I am scared for Nashville. Especially if this is an overpayment like Nick Hague. Oh, Lord. Yep, Bob McKenzie confirms it. Well, you have our next cup chaser, Jeff Petrie, going to the Panthers. League minimum. Jeff Petrie isn't what he was, but hey, another cup to chase, baby. He is your next Nate Schmidt, who was your next Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Just watch him revive. Well, original username, 7th defenseman. That's why. Hardcore Puckhead. Leafs will regret trading Marner for Magic Beans. NHL equivalent of the Luka trade. Imagine giving up a top 10 player for nothing. The Leafs got fleeced. No. Hardcore. The reality is Marner was going to leave for nothing. So at this rate, if they didn't, Toronto would have complained with the NHL and accused Vegas of tampering. And they would have lost money, picks. Marner might have gotten suspended. So that's why that trade happened. It wasn't because they were getting value. They just wanted to bribe Toronto to keep their mouth shut. That's what happened. 2.75? Okay, that's not terrible. Jakuduin? No, nothing about Grenly yet. I totally butchered that name. I'm sorry, dude. Well, Comet Strider, they probably need to get rid of 1, maybe 2 guys. I mean, they've got some guys to re-sign. I mean, you still have Somaskevich as an RFA. Wait, he's offer sheet ineligible. Shit, I thought he would be an offer sheet. He'll probably be traded then. I thought he could have had an offer sheet. Damn it. That's my bad. I'm saying, like, he would have been an easy offer sheet for somebody, but I don't think that's the case. I didn't realize Perbix was on Florida. I thought he was on Tampa Bay. Yeah, Magna, Sturm. Sturm's already gone, but you could probably trade somebody. Might be Lusterinen. Lusterinen might be your trade chip. Not that he's bad. Like, one of these two might be your trade chip. I mean, I don't know if they're going to trade Rodriguez, but they are not trading Lundell. Lundell is too fucking good. You just re-signed Kulikov. You're not trading him. Mikola's too valuable. Belinsky's decent depth. So yeah, if I were to bet, it'd probably be Lusterinen or Rodriguez. Who are solid players, but I mean, you gotta let one of them go. And maybe Somaskevich. Jakub Podol got paid? Oh, Jesus. How much did Jakub Podol? $4 years, $104 million. 25 mil. Not bad work for Jakub Podol. Yep, Steves and Harris going back to Bruins. All right. It's not terrible. I was worried that Perbix was going to get grossly overpaid. Yeah, I thought he was going to get like 5.5. Especially with his metrics. That's what I thought. If they like the Petrie deal... Not too bad. Yeah, everyone's flipping out about Tanner Jeannot, which makes perfect sense because why the fuck would you pay $3.5 million a year for 5 years for Tanner Jeannot? Tarasov deal's been confirmed, JVR deal confirmed, Petrie deal confirmed. So, mostly just extensions, seeing where things go. Fun times. Fun, very fun times. Okay, so Nick Waugh stated he was a Leafs fan until he was 11 or 12 because Sundin was his favorite player. But when Sundin became a Canuck, he started to cheer for the Habs. I mean, Sundin was a damn good player to follow. Yeah, I mean, Axiom would probably be Erod or Lusterinen. It'd be one of those two. Well, here's the thing, Doomfinder. Who else can they trade? Most of the guys are no movement clauses or recently signed to the core. You're not trading Lundell. Lundell's too fucking good. Like, once you trade Lundell, he's going to become a top-flight center and dominate. Cody Ceci to the King. Wait. Please tell me this is true. Please tell me that is true. Please. Please tell me that Cody Ceci deal is true. Because if that is, oh my god. $4.5 million? $4.5 million for Cody Ceci? Didn't you already resign Joel Edmondson? What are we doing here? Ken Holland, my man! Stop! Oh. Oh, God. Well, there is a positive here. It's not Tanner Jeannot. It's not Tanner Jeannot. That's all that matters. It is not Tanner Jeannot. Yeah. See, this is why I keep fat, because if I stopped, I would have missed that Cody Ceci deal. And Dumoulin for a 3x4? Kings, what the fuck are you doing? Dumoulin's not worth $4 million right now, my man. Jesus Christ. What are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here, Kings? Third pairing defenseman getting $4 and $4.5 million. Cody Ceci. This is apparently worth $4.5 million now. Here's the problem. Like, sheltered minutes, he's fine. Not at 31. And then Dumoulin. Like, he's not worth $4 million now. Like, what are we doing here? Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're drinking some stupid juice right now. Good lord. And Anton Forsberg is signed too. Okay. Forsberg, he's decent as a backup, I guess. You're paying $4.5 million for this. Like, this is Matt Dumba to Dallas last year bad. Like, what are we doing here? And Dumoulin, as I said, not the same player. You're more or less around here. You had a little bit of a bounce back last year, and then it's just... yeah. What are we doing here, LA? I mean, you got broken, my man. Well, Lord Ribbons, at least Zadorov you can play in the third pairing. I mean, worst contracts so far probably have to be Nick Hague and Tanner Jeannot. Well, they didn't get the talent of Gavrikov. They got worse. I'd rather take Holland. He at least won cups. Sorry, Manuel. Beer's on me. Uncle Gamer Sean Shanley, is it safe to say Holland's the locale of NHL free agency? No, that would still be Don Sweeney for Tanner Jeannot. And Mr. Yes. Hey, Tree, is the Sharks, Jets, Flames, or Ducks done anything yet? About the Blackhawks or Preds? Predators have signed Nick Perbix. So not much else. Blackhawks have been quiet. Sharks have been quiet. I think they're just sitting out. Jets, I think they're waiting to see what happens with Ehlers. Flames and Ducks haven't really done much either. So you're more or less just waiting. Well, Sulu Leafs, I'm not paying $5.5 million for the idea of him playing as a shit solid defenseman. I'd rather not take that risk. Yeah, 4.5 by 4 for fucking Cody Ceci. Jesus Christ. Like, Forsberg is at least the one that's tolerable, but fucking Ceci and Dumoulin for that term and that length? Good God. The term and cap it. Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is Ryan Fanti? Is that like a imitation Fanta or something? I don't know. I have to look up Ryan Fanti. Okay, he's their AHL goalie. Probably get a full-time AHL job this year, I'm guessing. $3 years, $2 million for Faxa back to Dallas. That's a good deal for Dallas. Ooh, Drouin's going to the Isles. Ooh, another prove-it deal. Yep, JVR to Detroit. Looks like Drouin's going to the Isles, huh? Hopefully it'll work out better than Duclair. Speaking of which, Duclair might be on the move to San Jose. That strikes me as the kind of move that San Jose would make. Bring him back in the fold. Yep, 2x4. That's not a bad deal. I mean, if Drouin keeps up what he did in Colorado, that's a decent deal. But the thing is, you have to make sure he can stay to that sort of thing. How do you think he does with Patrick Waugh? That's the question. Because he's been solid when he's healthy. That's the key. But, I mean, if you get like a stretch like this, he's in trouble. But if you get peak, Jonathan Drouin, I think you're in good hands. But I really don't know if anything else is really going to happen, more or less. I think it's just going to be quiet. Most of the guys are just mulling free agents right now. Well, the Gary69, you can't really tell what happens with NHL drafts until a few years down the line. I know a lot of guys were pissed about the Pens draft, you know, leaving talent on the board. But as I said, I don't know enough about the guys to really make a statement. So you're more or less just going on NHL ratings and like prospect rankings, but who knows? And MKI Sports for 2 bones. Can you play the Venga Bus music for the Kings? I don't have the Venga Bus music, so I couldn't tell you. I'll have to look that up though. Jack Dolan, that's a tough question. Keandre Miller trade details of GTA 6. It might actually be GTA 6. Who knows? Well, Matt, the Kings aren't on a good spending spree. They're on a, they're just bringing back the Oilers. They're broken by the Oilers. They're trying to fight the Oilers. I don't know if it's going to work, though. How are the Sharks going to hit the cap floor? Easy. Bring in a bunch of bad deals, dangle some prospects and picks to take it on. So they're taking on probably maybe Duclair, maybe Brandon, maybe re-sign a couple big free agents over time. They'll probably look at someone like, Gallagher, Josh Anderson from Montreal. Like any bad contract you can think of. Andre Palat, we'll take it out. Jack Studnicka to Florida, former Boston Bruin. I mean, he's probably your next AJ Greer or, Johnny Gadjevich type. Yep, I said they were spending. I didn't say it was good. Exactly. That's the kind of deal that ruins franchises down the line, especially when you have to pay your old core. Because if you are the Kings, I mean, Kopitar's probably gone. How are you going to afford Adrian Kempe? Probably from Kopitar, but like if you're looking at Dumoulin and Cody Ceci getting that much money and you're still paying Edmondson, you have another year of Doughty. And they'll probably stay put, get a pay cut. And they're still paying Mike Richards for another 6 years. That's hilarious. They still have $4 million in cap space, so they're okay. But they still have to pay Alex Laferriere. And they'll probably be looking at a bridge deal for him. Brant Clark going to be an RFA too. Moverare, like he'll get a raise. Burrows, I mean, you can get him for cheap. Sammy Helenius. I mean, it depends how he does, too. So weird seeing Brian Dumoulin with veteran behind him. I remember when he started out as a rookie 10 years ago. Jesus. Yep, Studnicka. The 1-year, 2-way deal with the Panthers. Drouin has been confirmed. So main pieces that are still available on the board. Ehlers, but he may not come back. Granlund, Beauvillier, Dodonov, Grzelcyk, Olofsson, Suter, and Brent Burns, and Orlov, and Jeff Skinner. But there's not much out there right now. Like, Granlund's going to get overpaid. Ehlers will get a lot of money. You have UFAs available. Mason Appleton's apparently one of the top free agents, so Mangiapane could get something. Samsonov's apparently a top UFA. Oh, God. Yeah, there's nothing out there, dude. There is legit nothing. You might have to go to the trade market to get something. Sports Talk Chud for 2. GMs on 7-1 are like teens with a key to the sports car. Oh, yeah. Yep, Adam Lee's Mathieu Blumel. That came out a couple years ago. Adam Lee's, we know Mathieu Blumel is a pro. Well, Travis Floyd, he can be okay sleeping because he'll just take on some bad contracts and take more prospects and picks. That's what's going to happen. Well, Sports Chalk Chud, you can replace his production in the aggregate. I mean, is it like trying to replace Jason Giambi with his on-base percentage? Too much for Granlund? Probably 7.5 mil. He'll probably get 5.5, 6. M-Time Fly, Corey Perry's a king. 1-year deal. Oh, Manuel, I've done the 12 consecutive days of working before. I remember fresh out of college doing that shit. That's fun. Stay safe, brother. Well, Sports Talk Chud, too. I mean, if they have the keys to the sports car, they're wrecking it before they get out of the driveway in some cases. Tanner Jeannot for $5.5 million. Good fucking lord. Oh yeah, MKI. The Corey Perry Invitational remains strong. Well, Golden Knights, I already did Puckdoku. I did that earlier. The Miami Heat are interested in Damian Lillard. I mean, he's going to be out next year. I mean, you got him for a 2-year deal, prove it. I mean, Michael Semaskevich would be a good get. I mean, trade a second, third round pick, you'll get him. I mean, Max Martinez, I mean, actually, you know what? Let's go over the new CBA. Oh no, Jimmy Swaggart died. How sad. I've sinned against you, my lord. Yeah, you did a lot. So, here's your new NHL CBA from Kane's country. So, more or less, the thing is, the NHL will be going to an 84-game regular season. Fewer preseason games. The NHL did this in the mid-90s, a lot of exhibitions, so there is precedent for it, but I don't know. I thought it would have gone maybe to 80, but I don't know. The 8 and 7 year max deals after next year will now be 7 and 6. 7 if the team you are retains you, 6 if you go to a new team, and it starts next offseason. So, I mean, I know the NHL wants to prevent stupidity from their owners, and I think this is why they do it. The big one, though, no more skirting the cap in the playoffs with LTIR. So that's the big thing. So your Nikita Kucherovs, your Mark Stones, stuff like that, off the table. They finally fixed that loophole. Evander Kane, too, last year. That's why I nearly flipped out. And draft rights will be capped at 22 years, regardless of somewhere started. And the Eric Tulsky provision, after using deferred money, there will be no deferred money allowed in deals. So no more deferred money. So you're not going to get a bunch of LA Dodgers deals. And the highest the signing bonus can be is 60% of the deal, so to prevent buyouts and sort of like that sort of cop-out. And the teams will be able to hire a full emergency backup goalie. So there will be no more David Ayers stories. There will be no more John Foster stories. There will never be, we will not get 42-year-old Zamboni drivers who work for the team. So no more David Ayers. Rest in peace. And players getting an increase in benefits and post-career help. No more dress codes. So you'll be seeing guys flash out suits. Minimum salary will end with $1 million. So good players for the neck and file. Any new player must wear neck protection. So the ones who are still in the league will get grandfathered in, like the visors and helmets. There's still a few players playing without visors, but the neck protection will be grandfathered in. The NHL will participate in the 2030 Winter Olympics. Correct. And no more fitness tests in the regular season. And then there are no more paper transfers to the AHL, so to circumvent cap, they're not worried about. And European players will no longer sign an entry-level contract, so they'll be able to play regular. So those are your big moves in the NHL right now. Your biggest one right now, the max deals are dropping by a year, 84-game regular season, and no more skirting the playoffs with the LTIR. Those are your big ones. And Nonsense McGee, was that you on Raw last night? That's why I saw a streaming tree right at the open. Nope, that was not me. I don't watch wrestling anymore. Jack Dolan for 5. The Rangers need center depth. Does Dolan go out and sign Eddie Curry? Only if he trades the picks that became LaMarcus Aldridge and Joakim Noah. Then you're good. Yep, I think so. I mean, I was wondering if they were doing exhibitions, but who knows. Yep, double retention trades, that's going to be the main thing, too. They're trying to fix loopholes. That's really it. Well, Bone Juice, they're worried about, Adam Johnson because he just got slashed across the neck. That's what forced it. Usually death is the reason why they force that sort of stuff. And I mean, I get it. It's not really a big deal to have a neck protector, to be honest. As I said, it was just a freak incident what happened with him, but that's what usually how it goes. Like, Dale Earnhardt's death led to the Hans system being enforced, even though that was technically optional until that point. Well, NHL Chaos, as I said, those deals last longer than a year. I mean, Shea Weber's contract is 1 more year. I think Krug has a couple more years on his deal. So that's going to be a problem. Well, Tyrone States, I mean, they're worried about loopholes. And the Canadian teams are complaining and everyone's bitching, and that's why. Like, they bitched about Kucherov, they bitched about Mark Stone, but once again, they broke no rules. Until now. Well, MKI, it's a miracle Clint Malarchuk lived. And not just lived, he played NHL hockey again. It's sobering when you see that, video the first time. Eject H2. Eric Chernak, I mean, it depends what they give up in return. I mean, I think Chernak still has some positive value, so I don't think they're going to be dangling a draft pick for it. You know, say that. Richard Zednik, yep, that was another one, but he survived too. It wasn't as bad as Malarchuk's, but it was pretty bad. All right, I'm gonna take one more break and then I'll probably. I'm thinking about calling it in the next few minutes. I'm just not sure if there's anything else that's gonna happen. So we'll see. Sulu Leafs, Chernak's in Tampa Bay. He signed a long deal a couple years ago. Chad Westbrook, Brad's already staying with the Panthers. He signed a 6-year deal. Fist 91, the World Cup of Hockey, are they doing like a Team North America and Team World again? That was stupid. I'll be right back, guys. All right, we back. We back to the good stuff here. Ooh, how much should I bet? PNW, $5? I mean, Corey Perry before, but with Cody CC, it kind of balances out, so you got to be careful. Leif Opstad, probably Lindgren's. Cody CC somehow gets big minutes, but Lindgren, like, he was a whipping boy for the Rangers. But it's that state tax. Well, Hulk. Pens are trying to rebuild, so they might trade for a bad player if they get a prospect or a pick. That's what they did with Kevin Hayes last year. Beastamel 1989 for 20. Thanks, brother. The Hans was optional for most of 01 until an ARCA driver named Blaze Alexander suffered a fatal basilar skull fracture in a wreck in Charlotte in October. Yep, you remember that was the one that finally elevated it, because I think Tony Roper died that year too, right? Was Roper the year before? Because I know Adam Petty and Kenny Irwin died the year before, and they did nothing. Even after that, there was another device called the Hutchins that could be used until 05. And Life Helpstead, to answer your question, which 4.5x4 deal is worse? I say Lindgren's. And Cole Kopke is going to the Winnipeg Jets. Decent player for Tampa Bay for a little bit. Spent last year with Boston. Yeah, I think this is the point where everything starts to wind down. Not really feeling that great. I think the moment I leave, everything's going to happen. I know how this goes. And I think everyone's filing out as a result. I think it's just the point where it's just... Yep, 1 year, $1 million for Cole Kopke. Correct. Dolan CC, yeah. I think this is the point where we step off the bus and reassess a few things. Because I think it's, yeah, George, Roper was the year before. You're right. Blaze Alexander. I mean, I don't think it was from Monroeville. I think it was close. I think it was close to that area, but I don't think it was actually from Monroeville. Ooh, NHL Tampa, the front runner on Ehlers. Interesting. They're trying to go all in. I'm guessing that's why the Chernak rumors come in. Well, Dingus, Pens aren't trading Malkin. Malkin has no value right now. Yep, time to file out, boys. But here are your deals, the big ones anyway. Drouin, going to the Islanders. LA drinks the stupid juice and pays Dumoulin and CC way too much money. Forsberg is back up. Perbix somehow didn't get a lot of money. Petrie on a 1-year prove-it deal. He's your new mate Schmidt. JVR to Detroit. Nate Schmidt cashing out after a big year in Florida, going to Utah. Brandon Tanev. I mean, if he stays healthy, not bad. Bjorkstad to St. Louis. Radek Faksa going back to Dallas. Ryan Lindgren got way too much money. It's, yeah. It's rough. And Tanner Jeannot got $3.5 million. Yeah. Yeah. Connor Brown got a 3x4. Dude, Connor Brown got less than Tanner Jeannot. Joel Armia got 2.5. Actually, this one's a little jarble. Let's keep it up there. Vladislav Gavrikov got a 7x7. I was hoping for $9 million per year, but I'll take 7x7. That's a fair deal. Martin Faravari, a 6x7. Corey Perry, the Corey Perry Invitational's going to LA. They've been broken by Edmonton. Brock Besser in a final Hail Mary staying put in Vancouver. They've kept everybody. William Eklund got re-signed long-term. Parker Kelly getting 4 years. Jake Allen and Logan Stankoven getting big deals. Trade-wise, nothing really big on the horizon. Sam Lafferty and Logan Mailloux for Zach Bolduc. But otherwise, a couple free agents are still out there. Victor Olofsson, Matt Grzelcyk, Dodonov, Beauvillier, Mikael Granlund, and most importantly, Nikolai Ehlers. He looks like he's not going to be signing tonight. He'll probably be signing tomorrow or later this week. Let him take his time. And Legacy, doing a Haters Guide to NHL Free Agency plus the draft. I'll be doing one, too, for free agency. But it'll probably, I mean, I'll wait to see what happens there. But guys, oh, Tanner Pearson going to Winnipeg. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like Monroeville. I'm like, yeah, Monroeville is like, yeah, Monroeville's way too suburban for NASCAR. I mean, the closest track would probably be Lernerville, which is about an hour away. Nick Abruzzese Going to Tampa Bay as a minor league signing. So nothing bad with that. Matt, I've seen funnier than Jeannot, but Jeannot's up there. I know that's going to happen, Power Play, which is why I'm going to do it. Guys, girls, everyone out there, it's been a pleasure streaming with you for these past few hours. I wish there was more going on, but it's just been a slow free agency. I'll see you around. Have a good day, guys. And thank God I didn't have to break it down to a Jalen Ramsey trade. I already did that yesterday. Thank fuck. See you guys.